doing the right thing.
Where am I? Who are you?
I hope we're on the right channel. I think I switched it.
It is another ad.
I can't stop
What's an
that.
ad for?
Is it something tangentially related to Twitch? It's like a product that we wouldn't use, but they turn it to gamers because those are fun.
I mean, not to crap on future possible, sponsors, but it was a Papa John's ad.
I don't want to be sponsored by Papa John's anyway.
Yeah, I think we can shit on that one.
Fuck those guys.
Fuck those guys.
Like, shit away.
Fuck those guys and their shitty pizza.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But we are live, I believe.
Woohoo!
Oh.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Decisions and Dragons. Just like that.
That's like too tired to do much more tonight.
Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot about one sound that is playing that shouldn't. Fixed it. Okay, cool.
Right,
I forgot
Sirenscape.
about a whole bunch of sounds.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Hi, Fluffy.
And by that I mean I did not open Sirenscape.
What a
Same.
surprise!
You should probably just program a bot that tells Dustin I'd open Sirenscape.
Oh, I never have it open either. I always have to.
I have my stream deck when I hit a button for Wednesdays. It literally says Wednesday. I hit the button and it opens all of my shit, including Sirenscape, for me. And my
It's cheating,
character
but
sheet.
okay.
And all the other shit. So
My
I
name is
don't
Sam,
forget.
And I have fancy buttons.
Yeah, I do.
Clearly, I need to work on my stream deck. Holy shit, that's awesome. Sam, can you just come over and do the magic thing?
I mean, I can do the basic magic thing. People do like crazy shit with these things.
That's
But I can do some of it, sure.
Well, before we begin, I'm going to continue before each episode shouting out Monument Studios for their huge library of music to be used for video games, D&D games, generic tabletop RPGs, what have you. Fantasy Complete 2 is currently out with literal gigs worth of sound assets for you to use for whatever you want to use them for. In addition, we are using Sirenscape, which is an awesome online tool to provide ambient music and sound effects. I'm one of those that really pushes for ambiance and that sort of thing, and immersion. That's the word I was looking for. So definitely look them up. Super awesome, super easy to use, and you can upload and customize your own sound sets. So that's pretty cool. As Fluffy pointed out, we are down one Brian tonight. He is going to be taking the night off. Mental health is important, so to everybody watching, know that it is always a priority for you to take care of your own mental health no matter what is going on. So, Brian, we love you. If you tune in or if you check in with us, know that we love you so much, no matter what. So we look forward to gaming with you again next week. So.
And we have all been instructed to make all of his giant scorpion
Yeah,
noises.
noises.
Right.
Yes. I'm also going to be implementing a system for deciding his role for tonight. I'm going to roll a D100. I have 100 different choices. I'm not going to do that. That's
There are
incredibly
100
complicated.
different things that Brian's character may or may not do in any given
Yeah.
round.
It's like
And-
worse than a wild magic search.
And I'm just
do you,
going
bro.
to decide one of them right now, and he will do that one thing every round.
Yes, which is hang out.
Take the dodge action.
Yes. So,
I mean,
when last we left off, our intrepid heroes had traveled to Kymel, sort of making a pit stop on the way to the Feywild to deal with Faraday's patron, Novus, a prince of the Seelie Court. As they were residing in town, it was laid under siege by an approaching elven army. At the same time, there was a trio of hags that had appeared before the party in an attempt to capture or eliminate some of them, making a very hasty exit with a brilliant use of, I believe it was Wall of Force. The party managed to escape by the skin of their teeth, making their way southward, where they realized that the trees themselves in the Ivyheart thicket, directly to the west of the. I do the never eat soggy waffles, by the way. Anybody wondering why I do this every time it's directions? I literally go through it in my head. I'm 33. I still have to do that. Moving on.
Yeah. Okay.
Realizing that the trees of the Ivyheart thicket were opening to allow more elves to travel through, continuing the siege of Kymel. The party made contact with Allura Vysoren, council member of the Council of Tal'Dorei. They had, I believe they planned on contacting Gilmore. I don't think you guys actually did that last session.
Not yet.
But you guys continue to travel southward, pushing yourselves probably a little bit further than you usually would on a travel night, until it was time to set up camp. And after a rather tense first watch of just absorbing the events of the day, Dermot left to go awaken Arathea, while Faraday made a decision. Faraday, using the crystal that had been given to her by her old friend, had summoned Mako, a drow traveling companion from some time ago. Mako had appeared before her and had offered to assist, but not in the traditional sense. And instead, Faraday's pact with Novus was broken, and a new pact was made between herself and the newly awakened, possibly, drow companion, changing her abilities from that of a blood hunter to possibly something more. The only one to witness at least the very end of this arrangement was Arathea, who had just climbed to the top of the carriage, just as Mako slowly faded away from view. And that is where we left off. So, the air is quiet around you after Mako disappears from sight. Faraday, you turn and start heading back towards the carriage, because the carriage is invisible, therefore making Arathea invisible.
Yes.
But continue as you will.
Climbing up and onto and passing through the invisible barrier. I'm basically face to face with Arathea.
Arathea is purposely keeping watch in a slightly different direction, even though it's clear. Yeah, even though it's absolutely clear that probably 10 seconds before she was watching what was going down.
You saw that, huh?
I saw something. Not much of something, just a few minutes. I didn't realize you could give him a call whenever.
It was a pull the ripcord kind of thing. He had given it to me before we hit, actually on the airship back from Vasselheim. Before he vanished.
Okay. I was going to say right before. Okay. That
right
makes
before.
a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense now. And now it's time to pull the ripcord.
I wasn't intending it. I was actually going to wait until we got to the Feywild, or just before it, just for some help. An extra person.
And is he going to help?
He definitely did. Although...
Past tense did.
Is helping? He's not staying. He's not coming with us. But... And she sits and kind of just She like gets comfortable on top of the, on top of the cart and just kind of. Apparently his powers have been growing. Which, I don't know if that's a problem for us, for future us. But...
Hasn't been a problem yet.
Yeah, not yet. But he offered to... Well, he offered to replace what I lost.
You could see her expression kind of wide-eyed just a little.
I know.
And he did replace.
And she'll just kind of hold her hand up. I felt something. Felt a break. And despite this shitty day, I feel free. Like this... I don't know.
Noose.
Yeah. Is gone. And she'll kind of... So do the same motion that elicits the usual Eldritch Blast, but doesn't let it off. And it kind of sits. The spell kind of sits in the palm of her hand. This, like, roiling sphere. But instead of the... I think I described it as, like Feywild green the first time she had cast it. This time it's a deep purple with, like, a black core center.
Arthea is literally
exactly
bending down, like, right up near your hand, probably inappropriately close.
She's like,
just kind of peering into... Well, that's different.
Very
I've never
different.
seen it. It feels... You feel good, though.
She'll extinguish it.
You feel better.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Well, then it's good. It's a good thing.
Although I'm really scared to go into the house.
Why?
I can only imagine what Dermot's gonna say. I don't even know.
No matter what Dermot says, he's gonna support you anyway.
I guess.
Dermot trusts you. We
I know he
all
does.
trust you. If you think this is the right thing to do and the best thing for you, then no matter what we might think of Mako's,
Think of Mako?
transfer me. To be fair, I have met far worse. I was going to say people, but I'm not sure he's a people anymore. So, either way, I think you could do far worse for a patron, and kind of did.
Yeah, I couldn't move forward without anything that's not Marty dragging you all through this. And
You're not.
I know if I had just left and tried to deal with it myself, I would have had you all following me less than a day's travel behind, and it's just easier to cross over together.
Yeah, that's what friends are. They're the people who come with you because they want to, not because they have to be dragged along.
But I don't think I could have lived with myself not being at my full potential, no matter what that is. If it turns out that this decision was wrong, I'll deal with it. But it's a decision I made. When I got Novus's... Yeah.
Looking for the dragons.
I mean... When I got that magic, I was so little. I wasn't really sure what that power was. I just wanted something when it was offered. I didn't know the consequences that would come with it and the strings that would be tied. This... I pretty much have an idea.
Plus, you're older too. You learned. And I think if it feels right, and I mean inside, then it probably is right. At least for now. For this. And, I mean, let's face it, Novus. I don't think he would expect you to find another source. Especially not one this quickly.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. I still have a pit in my stomach, but it's a little more shallow now.
Then you're gonna have to face the music at some point or another. And you need to sleep.
I'll stay up and then I'll get Cad.
Okay.
I want to stay out here with you.
Okay. You can I'm not going to force you. I'm just... we have what I think is a pretty long journey ahead of us. Honestly, I'm not sure how far this is.
Couple more days at least.
I've never traveled through this region, so kind of relying on you and Dermot and Cedo to explain what we might be facing, what we need to avoid, aside from the very large army of elves that apparently are
coming. Yeah, the next couple days will be interesting.
As if the last 6 months haven't been.
Yeah, well.
Did you think you'd be here 6 months ago when we met?
Absolutely not.
Are you happy, though?
Despite everything else? I don't know if I would trade any of it.
Me either. Even the really scary bits.
Even the really scary bits.
Which, by the way,
Worst
includes...
is yet to come.
Shut up.
Where did that come from?
Is that a whisper on the wind?
Is that... Is
Man,
that...
Like, I thought
Is
you
that
were...
Yeah, fucking Mako.
Man, that wind was a little weird. Did that wind just let some foreshadowing?
Dude,
loose?
I
That was
didn't
weird.
make a fucking deal so you could damn spy on me, okay?
Why,
Like,
you
go
fools?
away.
I'm sorry, I'm new to this whole thing.
I
If you're
mean, that's-
gonna learn.
You know what? That's fair. I feel like, you gotta figure out, like, what are the boundaries of this new relationship? Yeah, you're gonna definitely have to DTR, you guys.
Well, when he gets an eyeful because he's spying at the wrong time, that's his own damn fault.
Jesus.
I mean,
Jericho, no.
Oh my god.
Great.
Me?
One more person to give Faraday shit. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Make a perception
Yeah.
check, both of you, as you
Okay.
as you continue your watch.
Yeah.
You like how I just pushed
Yeah.
past?
Pulled right through
Things
it.
you
Oh.
don't want to think about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is my perception right
15.
now? Okay. 22.
22. Okay. You guys sit, continue your conversation, still keeping a weather eye on the horizon and your surroundings, and no robot. They do not perceive that they've lost control of the situation. You
To roll higher.
As you guys continue to talk, you realize the time is sort of flying by, and nothing seems to approach or show any signs of tension or danger in your surroundings.
Is it a clear night?
Yeah, it is a clear night with the stars above, the 2 moons in the distant horizon.
Oh.
Ruidus staring down on the land in front of you,
Sure, no big deal
not-
there.
Definitely
Yeah.
not like it's probably not like really bright or anything. It's like it explodes.
It explodes. Guess what, guys? Spelljammer starting now.
Yeah,
Moon
yeah.
explodes.
Let's
go.
No, Ruidus is not brighter than
Okay.
usual tonight.
It's. I probably will take some periodically in between keeping watch on the horizon and the forest. Kind of do peeks up at the sky, just to try and map little constellations.
As you do that, I will say with your insane perception, one faraway star goes out. Bringing back the memories of your conversations in Western, and that the other danger might not have been removed.
And that actually happened several thousand years ago, and the light is just now reaching her. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, and everything else that made it go out is probably also just about reaching here. As she sees it, she'll kind of stop and kind of rub her eyes and just be like, kind of look back up, and then once again kind of just count. Wow.
One star has not come back.
That's not good.
What?
Oh, you remember how before we left for Vasselheim,
You remember how the whole universe is ending?
Oh,
yeah,
right.
And how we haven't fixed that yet?
remember how we had that large problem where all the stars were going out?
Mm-hmm.
And then it slowed down, and we went to Vasselheim and got kicked out of Vasselheim, and
Oh, yes.
yeah, that we have that. And when we came back, it was stable. It's not stable. One of them, then she'll kind of point out in the constellation. It's missing.
Sounds like we know what we're gonna have to do when we get back.
I think it's
I guess.
I think it's a reminder that there's still a clock ticking on whatever is causing that. And whatever we did probably delayed things a bit, but it didn't solve them. But we definitely need to deal with them. She kind of just points back toward Kymel. That
Just kind of look over her shoulder.
before dealing with that.
Sometimes it feels so much bigger than us.
I think most of the times it is bigger than us. But in the end, you do what you can. Right now, that means getting your mentor and, I don't know, toppling an archfey?
Doesn't sound like a bad plan.
It sounds like a crazy plan.
Especially if it can affect what's happening
Yeah,
out there.
I mean, and who knows what that'll... Actually, Feywild. Does Feywild have stars? Do you guys have?
Yes, they do.
They're a little different than
Um,
ours. Than this. Right?
When you guys
No,
were
sorry.
in Singorn and had gone through the Feywild adjacent,
Yes.
there was a sky. God damn it, robot! There was a sky above. Everything when you were in that location felt and looked drastically different, but there was a sky above you.
Okay. Well, I guess we can keep monitoring things, and we have and she'll go and into her bag and sort of fish out the orb that we have. We still have this. If things start getting really off, I would expect it would start showing. She peers in. Is everything moving the way it's supposed to be?
Are you looking at a particular gem? Like into a particular plane? Or are you just sort of keeping an eye on everything?
At this moment, it would be set to Taldore, since Faraday was the last one using it to look in on the Feywild.
Okay.
So I'm not going to peer into a gem, but I am going to look at the relationship of each of them to one another and whether that looks like it's still in balance, or if it looks like it has that sort of stuttering movement that is obviously very pronounced on if you flip it.
Make me another perception check.
Which one do I want? I'll use you. That's better. 24.
With a 24, you keep an eye on this orb and watch as all of these gems continue to rotate within. Powered by some strange arcano-mechanical device. And as you watch, every so often, there's a slight hitch on the track. It continues moving, but you know that teeny little hitch where some of these gems are rotating around the material plane was not there when you had first observed this object.
Is it like the on the other one, it's the one that's really jammed up is the what used to be Feywild that's now no longer. Is it the same on this?
No. It looks that... So you look at the mechanism itself, and you see that all of these arms that have these gems connect to the central larger gem, which is the material, signifying the material plane. The hitch is actually around the material plane.
Okay.
The other gems haven't lost any luster. It's not as though one of them has gone out, like the Bivin setting.
Nothing's gone black.
Correct. Everything is still as bright and beautiful, but just right around the gems, right next to the material plane, there's this teeny little hiccup on the mechanism.
We'll have to keep an eye on it. Things are starting to, I don't know, break down.
That's definitely not good.
No, it gives me nightmares about basically planes kind of collapsing in on one another until everything compresses. It's bad.
That's
like, it's like if you picture a bunch of universes and they're all kind of stacked up like that, and then they just and pancake.
That would be really bad.
Yeah, it's not good. I probably shouldn't look at this before I go to bed so much.
Well,
anyway, it's not a tomorrow problem.
It's just a soon problem.
And in the manner of speaking, I mean, soon is relative, especially for us.
Sure.
But it is a soon for everyone problem, but not a now problem. Now we have a coronation to stop, and a mentor to find, and a long road to travel.
And to start, I'm gonna go get some rest.
You get rest.
I'll send Cat up.
Oh yeah, Poker. Don't let her bite you.
I'm more worried about the daggers than the biting.
She takes most of them off before she goes to sleep.
Most of them.
If you want, I mean, when I first met her, I would use like a longer, like my staff, and I would just kind of do that and just stay about 10 feet away.
Okay.
Smack her with the whip. Smack her with the whip.
I'm just saying it it seemed to work well. She sleeps like a log, honestly. You may have to poke her with something.
I will see what I can do without getting punched in the face. She'll give Arthie a hug.
Aw. I'm glad you found, well, what you were looking for.
Me too.
Even if it is not what you would have expected.
Definitely not. And I'll swing down through the door and into the house and go find Cad and wake her up.
I'll watch enviously as she swings down and through the door and think about how if I tried that, I'd end up with broken bones.
You step into your marvelous mansion, which is attached to one of the compartments in your carriage. And walking through the halls, you open the door to Cad's room and are immediately met with an intruder. Bring yourself closer to me. And you can see Gladius positioned, staring at the door, his spindly little arms doing like old style boxing before he realizes, oh, sorry. Right. Faraday. I suppose you are a safe companion. Hello.
Can you...
Cadriel?
Do I have to roll to see if I wake up?
Well, let me just give you this little bit, and then you can decide whether a roll is needed. You just hear, Lady Cadriel. And the sword like hops until it like falls and clatters to the ground.
My life is weird.
Like,
It's a fucking Disney movie. Jesus.
yeah, much like myself, not much wakes Cadriel up. So she probably kind of like shifts a little bit, and that's about it. Honestly.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right.
Ask Tina, she has to wake me up sometimes.
I believe
Takes
you.
a while.
I've like shook her before and she hasn't moved.
You just hear
You gotta
the
just
muffled,
rip the blankets off, take the pillow from under the head.
Oh, ruthless. I'm
Yeah.
just imagining myself being in that scenario.
Before I got my gaming desktop, I fell asleep with my laptop on top of me, and I somehow got tangled in the cords, and she like pulled it out from under me. I didn't wake up once.
That's
no.
awesome.
Yeah, I will, I'll actually take I have a vial of herbs from, like, ages ago.
Hey.
And I'm going to pop the cork and kind of wave it under her nose, like do one of these that if like she lashes out, at least it'll just be like smelling salts. But like if she lashes out, it's just my arm that she's gonna get, not like me, like my throat. Listen, she's smart, okay? I know better.
Not smart enough. I would have gone for the whip crack from 10 feet away.
20 feet away, yeah. No.
I will say, Cadriel, the scent of the once healthy and not
don't smell that great.
decomposing herbs is enough to jostle you from your rest.
I unarmed strike out, and I rolled a natural 20.
Shut
You take 2 points damage.
Okay.
What is
Ow!
that smell?
And I'll just cap it.
What is that? It
They're-
sounds like when Dermot gets stuck in the rain and old fruit.
They're herbs for to cure poison, okay? We just haven't needed it.
Ugh.
Dermot's gonna remember this.
Dermot's not here.
It's like wet.
Dermot's in his room like,
Ghosts.
I feel like someone's being a dick.
I feel like someone's talking shit about me for no reason.
Oh.
Is it my turn to watch?
Arthie is upstairs.
Okay. Sorry about the slap.
She kind of like rubs her wrist, like, that kind of hurt.
You felt something like lightly pop.
Yeah.
And your hand's a little tingly now.
Scared me.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll get dressed.
Good night.
Go to Arthea. Cat will put her armor back on, put Gladius in his sheath.
Well,
And be like, way to wake me up, man.
I tried my damnedest, my lady.
Well, at least you didn't sing that horrible song again.
I was told in my time that I had a marvelous singing voice.
She'll go out to the top of the carriage with Arthea.
And I will go to bed.
How much time has passed since Faraday left?
It's been a good 5 or 6 minutes.
Mm.
And like, Cad's room is not that far into the mansion. So, like, you kind of register the strange delay.
Did she have to hitch? Did she have to poke you?
She waved this thing under my nose that smelled really bad. I have a feeling she's going to have a mark on her wrist in the morning.
You hit her?
I mean, not on purpose.
Obviously not on purpose, but we've talked about this.
I can't control my sleeping brain, Arthea.
You at least you didn't have the knife under your pillow again, right?
Not when we're in the mansion, no.
Okay. You know, when you have that there, you should probably have like a warning or something to whoever comes to wait. Like a ribbon around the bedpost. I don't know.
It's my room. You should all just assume.
That's actually a good point.
Assume my room is a death trap at all times.
I mean,
that's fair.
It's not like I set traps. It's just because I keep my weapons close by.
I mean, that kind of is a trap. One of your weapons talks. At least one. You don't have more that talk, do you?
No.
Not that I've figured out yet.
Okay. Do you talk to Fiona when we're all like out, Gladius? Do you talk to Fiona?
I do, and she's quite charming, I must admit.
Okay. So you like talk about us while we're sleeping?
Of course.
Okay.
Only good things, I promise.
So lies then.
She does wish that you would all find more rest often. She does worry.
Well,
do you worry?
I mean, a warrior's life is sometimes without the fine comforts of bed and the like.
It's true.
Well, we have this lovely carriage now, though, and we have a lovely house inside the carriage.
This is
Also
true.
Extra-dimensional house, definitely a little bit better than sleeping on the ground all the time.
Yeah. And the spa is great for when, everything hurts.
Everything always hurts. Everything's hurt for the last, I don't know, when did we get to Whitestone? Like 6-7 months ago?
Something like that.
Yeah. Pretty sure
I haven't gotten to go to the Slayer's cake. Now I just want pastries.
Oh. Well, the next time we're in a town that's not in the Feywild, we will get you pastries.
Yeah, I don't really want Fey food anytime soon.
No. Please don't ever eat Fey food.
Did you throw that fruit away?
She kind of just looks guiltily to the side.
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know, but maybe it can be made into something.
Potion of endless hunger or something?
I don't know. I don't do potions.
Do I look like I do potions? This. All I have is light.
Clap off.
She turns it off.
Go ahead and make me perception checks, the two of you.
All right. That's a D100. That's a D100. 10.
All right. As you guys continue your conversation, again, keeping a weather eye on your surroundings, no activity really draws your attention. You do see a couple wild animals in the distance, sort of doing their thing. Occasionally, you think you can hear the very distant sounds of battle, coming from the direction of Kymel. That direction does have this unfortunate, very light glow of what you can gather to be lots and lots of torches or campfires or something, but nothing else really in your surroundings.
Worried about what we're going into here.
I'm worried about what we're leaving.
So we agree then that we're just worried.
Yes. Also, stars still going out.
Of course.
So, if we're just
everything else on top of that would just be an easy day, right?
Yeah. Just if we're, putting everything out there,
I mean, we couldn't let Faraday go by herself. That would just be ridiculous.
No, she's our friend. We go with her.
And we would have followed her and given her a gentle ass kicking if she tried to leave by herself.
Mm-hmm. That goes the same for you and for everyone else too.
Definitely.
I know. I'm just restating the obvious that we don't go try and solve very large, possibly world or, plane shattering problems on our own.
To that end, Arthea, if you try to give yourself up to the elves at any point in the Feywild or in Singorn adjacent or in Little Singorn or wherever the fuck we find ourselves.
Little
Singorn?
Is that a district in like Iman?
Absolutely is now.
Oh my god.
Know that you will get a gentle ass kicking.
I don't think it'll be that gentle, honestly.
No, because I'll have to drag you out. And you do that time thing sometimes.
Which time thing? I do a lot of time things.
Exactly. I'm just saying. They wouldn't let you go either.
I know. I'm not going to just waltz in there and, be like, here, take me to jail.
Well, I mean, though it would be kind of funny to see what trouble Thurston could mock up if he made himself look like one of them and sneak in.
He'd probably run the
do that.
Oh, I'm sure he can do that. He'll probably get the place back into shape.
All of a sudden, there'd be trade agreements with Whitestone and Iman, and
yeah, and they would. I don't see a
everybody would be making more money.
I don't see a problem with this, to be honest. Considering whoever's in charge over there now seems to want to get, I don't know, the entire generation of elves slaughtered besieging Kymel, which makes no sense whatsoever.
Well, I mean, I guess why Kymel of all places? What value is there? I mean, the casino, I guess, but
I don't know if the elves are big.
I don't really see the elves as being big into craps. You know what I'm saying? Roll the dice, test your fate, whatever.
No, I don't think that most elves are into that.
Then again, I can't see them trying to take Whitestone. I think Lady DeRollo would single-handedly kick their ass.
And Iman is quite large, but Kymel is within a pretty close distance to Westruun. It's pretty.
Why not just take Westruun though? What's in Kymel?
Well, Westruun's larger. Westruun's a bit larger, possibly a bit better defended, considering what we saw, which is also frightening. Come to think of it.
I'll think back to the conversation that I eavesdropped on where Thurston was seeing all those weapons and things like that. Do you think they're in league with Singorn?
I don't know. Now I'm thinking this. I was kind of assuming the opposite, honestly.
I mean, it just seems convenient. Like, how would Westruun know that Singorn is mobilizing forces?
Everyone knew.
Well, I mean,
Allura knew. We've known
they get such magical weapons on such short notice if they weren't already in conversations for a while. I don't know. I
think there's a lot of
two
tension.
towns like that, relatively close together, like you said, in league with each other.
I think that there is a lot of tension here. There's a lot of tension everywhere. There's
That's
a lot.
true.
I mean, think about when we left Vasselheim. Same thing. The city was what was a sort of the under the surface sort of distrust of well, people like me seems to have exploded into an outright, I don't know, disallowance of what I do. I mean, that's something that's been, I'm sure, bubbling under the surface for years. Maybe in Westrun, similar. They would have at least had the same, I would guess, the same knowledge as Iman, right? I mean, we knew there was things happening in Singor, and we just didn't know that it was happening so quickly. We knew there was an army. We knew we were going to have to skirt around it. We did not realize it was going to be on the doorstep in Kymel, and we were going to have to quite literally drive the carriage like around on two wheels, which very good driving, by the way.
Thank you.
You've gotten quite good at this.
Yeah, I've been borrowing that spirit's knowledge for a while.
Are they okay with that? Do you have to ask them?
Not okay with it.
Do you like it?
It's weird. It's kind of like they're all around me.
Do you know
depending
them
on what I need?
So, like, do they like gravitate toward you?
They always have since I was a small child, but as I've gotten more proficient in my craft and everything like that, it seems it's more now. And I learned how to do something recently that, had I stayed in Marquette, it would have been exactly what he wanted.
What exactly did you learn how to do?
Much like I can ask these souls to assist me, when someone dies, I can take a part of theirs to use it to my advantage.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. You know, that a lot of things make a lot more sense now. Yeah. I'm really glad that you're not in Marquette.
Well, I hope we don't have to go back there. I haven't had dreams in a long time, which I'm glad for, but
I mean,
it almost feels like, I don't know, you know that feeling where you think something's going to happen, you're not sure when or how, but it just feels like it could any minute?
Yeah.
It's how I feel when I go to sleep sometimes.
You think it'd be better if there was a dream?
At least I know he's still trying to track us down.
I mean, I think you already know that. You don't need dreams.
But at least I know I'd be able to see what he was up to.
Well, I think that you should just be prepared for, well, if he does, or there is a dream, whether it's his doing or not, just be ready for it. Who knows? I mean, things are weird, very weird, with all of the planes.
More than the necklace, though, it sometimes feels to me like, she points to her pendant that she had previously lit up. Sometimes feel like she's holding him at bay. I don't know how to explain it.
Well,
maybe it's bullshit. I don't.
It's not bullshit. Well, actually, I don't know if it's bullshit. I'm going to assume that it's not bullshit, though. She's never been a fan of what he stands for. It goes to, say that if she could do something, I imagine she would. Not just for you, for anyone. But what she can do is limited. You know that as well as I do. There's a very, very large gate.
It's been in snippets, almost like it's inside my head. Every time I've managed to get on the same wavelength as her or her champion, it's almost like I don't believe it myself, but I would very much like to have a chance to speak with him again.
Until then, I think you're going to have to take it on faith. That's what it is, right?
You and Faraday weren't very happy last time I tried.
Last time you tried, you almost knocked yourself out in a pool of blood, so no, I was not happy.
I mean, it was okay. I pulled it back at the last minute, but not what we needed, the information.
I would prefer that you get the information with a little less blood, particularly your own.
No, I'm going to ask for volunteers.
Okay, not that either. That's not what I was thinking.
I'll say at this point.
She just looks puzzled. Are you thinking
Nope, that's not where we were going with this. Okay.
I'll say at this point, the sun starts to peak over the horizon as dawn covers the land in light. You all benefit from a long rest. The sun continues to rise.
I was going to say, Kat will stand up and kind of stretch and offer Arthea a hand up and says, let's go get breakfast inside the mansion. You know there's always a good spread.
Yeah, go ahead. Go on. I'll need a little bit of help getting down.
All right. I will say, for the sake of the narrative, you guys enjoy a good breakfast. And, oh Jesus, why does it do that? I'm so sorry. I don't understand why the volume's like, what? You wanted it 20%? How about 100? No, that's not at all. No.
That's why I keep it really low on my
Sirenscape,
side.
wonderful, wonderful online app, everybody. It really pays attention to what you want it to do. Actually, let me switch it up. Go figure after I say, yeah, that's fine. There we go. Your travel continues. It'll continue for the next couple of days. Down southward, the sounds and sight of the very distant combat taking place at the city of Kymel becoming more and more a very distant observation until it fades from sight. And as it does, the sight of the massive forest known as the Verdant Expanse lays before you. Your travel continuing on the path just as it starts to break through the trees. Instead of the open air around you, you are instead met with the sight of a very, very thick wooded forest around you. The path itself starting to become a little bit less uniform and more roughly treaded grass dirt road. The scent of the forest fills your nostrils, and the travel gets a little bit more bumpy in the carriage. I'll say that it's going to be about 4 days have passed. Now, why must it play the flute?
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Fiona has shapeshifted into a foot.
I'm just that good.
Yeah. God damn it, robot. I have to ignore chat. I have to block it from my sight. Who is typically driving the carriage? Cart.
Me and
Vehicle.
Cad, probably.
Okay.
Switching off.
I'm gonna say it's about midday. Go ahead and make me perception checks as you guys continue your travel.
Kucho, I probably spend most of my time just like on the roof.
Okay.
Does that mean I can make a perception check as well?
Go for it.
Excuse me, I hucked one of my dice off my desk.
Is that where Tina's going? Is
Yeah.
Tina going to get
It went all the way, yeah. It went all the way to the East Coast.
18 for me.
Okay.
17 for me.
Okay.
Less than that for me.
As you guys continue your travel, keeping passive conversation going, Cad, I believe you are the one that is typically steering, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As the carriage continues forward, the road, as I mentioned earlier, starts to get a little bit more rough, a little bit more rocky. There's some large rocks that sort of border the road that you're on. As you are traveling forward, the carriage itself continuing, you notice a little bit of a strange dip in the road. And at the very last moment, you realize that it is a pitfall trap. And you quickly steer the horses away from it, causing the carriage and everybody inside to be jostled back and forth. I am going to ask that Dermot make a dexterity saving throw.
Does Dermot fall off?
Oh no!
I'm going to hang out on the roof.
I always hang out on the roof. I'm providing the tunes.
Yeah, he's got the road trip playlist.
He's got the aux cord.
DC. Yeah. At all times.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
That is a Miss Jackson.
Hey.
With a Miss Jackson, as you feel the cart under you suddenly jerk to the right, you quickly stop playing and with your free hand grip the edge of the roof of the vehicle and secure yourself as it continues to jostle forward. Cad, I will need a drive check. You have your proficiency bonus.
Yes.
I'm going to say that this is going to be a dex check with that proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Am I able to assist at all?
Like,
I don't know what she's doing. Like, is she pulling reins?
Basically, what's happening after you avoided the pitfall, you are now trying to right the carriage. Is basically the weight kind of has it on two wheels at the moment, so you're trying to right it back to where it should be.
So that was add my dex and my proficiency, right?
Yes.
23.
23. With a 23, it rights itself, but as it does, you do hear a very distinct crack. And the cart starts to rumble much, much, much more as you believe one of the wheels has sustained some sort of damage.
Well, this sounds familiar.
Indeed. Guess we might need to take a rest here. I'll try to, even though thinking the wheels have cracked, or one of the wheels is cracked, I'll try to maneuver the cart into kind of a off the road, but into a little more protected area if I can find one.
Okay.
And pull us over for it.
Okay. You guys continue forward and pull off the road just as you can see that there is a small outcropping amongst the trees. You do see what look to be three travelers with similar... You've seen, the traveling packs with a sleeping bag, with bits of food. You can actually see three musical instruments on each of these travelers. One is a tiefling with horns that sort of extend out a little bit oddly far, almost like full bull horns as opposed to fiendish. You can see one gnome with a like an undercut into a man bun, similar to what I'm sporting right now, if I were to describe it for you. And the third being a human woman, long auburn hair, sort of kept messy intentionally, but the carriage is steered off the road and kind of starts to shake much, much more until it finally comes to a solid stop. And the three travelers turn.
I look over at Faraday and say, how much of a twist do you think Thurston's panties are in after that solid jerk?
She'll like lean over and like lean into the window and like kind of tap on the door. Everyone okay?
As you're leaning in, he was like about to lean out, so your faces are like dissed, like real close.
You accidentally kiss.
No, he doesn't want to get his ass kicked, okay? By either Faraday or Jericho.
She reaches up and she very much like Spring Faraday-esque just boops him on the nose. You okay?
Well, I was going to ask the same question. Why did we pull over?
Real quick, Faraday, as you glance down, you can see bones.
Oh no, bones.
The leg has been replaced by the arm, and in between where the legs meet in the pelvis, you see his skull. The skeleton just a hodgepodge, and you just see one of the hands just thumbs up.
His ribs are upside down.
Yeah, buddy. I didn't see the pit. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
like you watch her swing back out of view.
I jump down off of the roof onto the ground and just say, "The hell did we hit?"
Well, nothing. We avoided hitting something.
I don't think we avoided it.
You want to go take a look at the road? Because there was a pit trap in the middle of it.
I'm looking at the wheel. We definitely hit something.
Yes, well, it was
Better
either...
than in the hole.
Yes.
That's what
I don't know if anybody can fix this, but, I mean, I hope she's not saying that.
Cujo.
Yes.
What do you want me to do to assess the damage? Investigation?
Make me an investigation check.
If anybody knows how to fix it, it might be faster than having to wait an hour for me to ask for help from a different
Not much help, unfortunately.
Excellent. That's a natural 1, so 5 total on the investigation.
With a 5, you are convinced that the entire mechanism that the rear wheels are attached to is entirely broken.
No.
This might... I think I can fix it, but it's going to take a little while. And I start with the axle itself, and 1 minute at a time, 1 cubic foot at a time, mending.
All right. As you are beginning your mechanic check to mend any broken pieces, you do hear from the group of travelers, everybody all right over there? As you can see, the tiefling has sort of peeked up. They've approached slightly, but they're sort of keeping a distance just to be on the safe side. I unfortunately heard the crack a little while ago. I just wanted to make sure everyone was all right and safe.
If I may, Sito, erupts out of the window almost. At this point, half of his body is dangling out the window. Says, "Oh, hi. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we hit something."
Like, Brian's here.
Cad is going to she's gonna stealth off because she's like still on edge to go examine the pit trap that she avoided.
Okay. Go ahead. First make me a stealth check, followed by an investigation check.
Natural 20, so 32.
Jesus fucking
Go on.
Christ.
She's in Bivin.
Ninja vanish.
She's in Bivin.
She's in Bivin. She's still so good. She's in another fucking dimension.
Like, Verity turns to
that's
go,
the
well, Cad,
problem.
did you... Cad? Damn it!
Cad has not been here for 30
30
years.
Gotta get a bell for her.
And what was your investigation check?
16 plus 9, so whatever that is.
25.
Yeah,
Okay.
25.
You glance down and you know you avoided the pit trap. So, but you can definitely see that irregular dip where, you know, there, what looked like grass and all that had been just laid on top. You poke at the ground and you can definitely see there's give. The moment I assume you use one of your swords, you just sort of poke through and it goes clean through, severing just a little bit of whatever rope was keeping this cover in place, and you see it sort of dip down, and you see several wooden spikes protruding up from the bottom of the trap itself.
Clarify, she doesn't use one of her good swords in case there's something that could harm them, so she uses one of the crappy ones out of the bag of holding.
Harm them. Got it.
Yeah, you know, she likes to
The
make
fact
sure
that she
they're
has-
tip top.
Different ones. Can distinguish that.
Looks down into the hole and sees the spikes. Is there anything else down there? Can I tell if there's like magic abuzz?
I'll say with your 25 investigation, the cover itself may have been through man-made or, you know, human-made means, quote unquote. But you look and can see that these spikes that are protruding up, the wooden spikes, they don't look like they had been placed down there. Looking further down, you can actually see that it looks like the roots of a nearby tree had grown and then been manipulated to protrude up to sharpened points. So you don't actually see any like carving or, you know, any signs of any mechanical disturbance to the wood itself. It looks like this was a strange sort of growth from the roots of the tree.
Is there anything around the area that I can see that would indicate maybe like where we are, that we might be close to somewhere that would have traps like this, or maybe even more of a indication of like how old this is or who might have done it? I realize that's like a bunch of different asks. I'm just trying to discern information about generally more information, like to see if like this is something in this area that we should be wary of, like that we're passing through, or if this is like somebody setting a trap on just a road to nowhere trying to see what they can get.
Looking at sort of gauging your surroundings and how close you are getting to Singorn. Again, with your 25 investigation, I'm just going to let it ride for this information. You, with the observation that these spikes had been manipulated or grown from the roots of the nearby tree, and considering the observation you guys had made in the Ivyheart thicket that elves are literally coming from the trees themselves, you can assume that this is just one of a few security measures that have possibly been put in place by elves to prevent any undue or unwanted company amongst their lands. You know that the Verdant Expanse, while Singorn itself is a city, and they typically stay within those city walls when they go back and forth from the Feywild, the Verdant Expanse is unofficially sort of a part of that territory. You have heard of some travelers that have dealt with not highway robbers per se, but they've definitely encountered some elven kind that sort of question their purpose within their woods.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I will head back to the group, but I'm not going to unstealth because I kind of want to observe after having discerned that. I kind of want to observe these 3 travelers that have come up to us, especially having noticed that like the tiefling's horns are a little different and strange, and Cad's very like wary, she wants to make sure that they're not trying to be, I guess overtaken would be the word, by elves and potentially having people on their trail to get them to Singorn to, face the music, so to speak.
Okay. I'll say it's going to be a couple minutes until you do rejoin the group. But while you begin your travel back, we're going to cut back to the
notice
rest
that
of the group.
Cedo has already given all of them a dandelion.
Oh, yeah.
And is telling them his entire life story.
The 3 bards are appreciative of the gifts from little Cedo, and the gnome is 100% just fueling that, and their energies are matching, and you just hear the chattering of both of them back and forth.
They're in just like a feedback loop.
Yes. The human woman is a little bit quieter. She doesn't quite engage as much, but the tiefling is typically the one who's sort of heading the conversation, and says, if you do require assistance, I do have some magical means. I might be able to provide some sort of support. If there's anybody who had injured themselves, I hope everybody's all right.
I think that we're all fine, thankfully, but the offer is very much appreciated.
Wonderful. As that conversation happens, coming through the trees, teeny little arrows fire from the cover of the tree.
Like, I know we talked earlier today, but like, god damn
Sam,
it.
your fucking face was fucking priceless. Teeny little arrows start firing from the cover of the trees.
Which, both sides of us?
Both sides. Both sides of you guys.
Okay.
Cad, I'll even say, as you are traveling back, you can hear... You just hear stuff impacting the ground around you. Well, actually, you rolled a natural 20. Never fucking mind. Somehow you are ninja-ing your way.
Your Matrix style between all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Obviously. Can I do a quick perception check to see if I see where they're being, like, who's firing them? Or
yeah.
it's okay if not, I just want to...
Go ahead and make me a perception check. I'll say this is just as you are making your way back.
Okay. She wouldn't have stopped. I think when she would have realized that something was firing on them, she would have kept going, but been like looking, trying to discern where it's coming from.
Okay. So the first one, well, actually, first 2 are going to be against Faraday.
Okay.
Will a 17 hit?
Nope.
Will a 24 hit?
Okay. 24 will hit.
Okay. You are going to take... Good. 5 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
And I will need a Constitution saving throw from you.
I rolled a Miss Jackson.
Miss Jackson. With a Miss Jackson, as you're making your way back, and you can hear the sounds of, yelps of pain, you quickly glance around looking for any source, and in the trees, very high up, you see a little glow of a teeny little pixie. And then you look across the trail in that set of trees, and there's another. And another. And another. You count 5 pixies that have managed to surround you. What was your Constitution saving throw?
Miss Jackson.
Miss Jackson. Yeah. After this teeny little arrow embeds itself in your shoulder, there's this stinging sensation that you recognize as poison, and you quickly take the arrow out and squeeze very uncomfortably a little bit of this very grayish liquid out of the wound, and very quickly that stinging fades away. Dermot.
Yeah.
Will a 17 hit your armor class?
Are any allowances being made to the fact that I am likely prone and under the carriage?
Oh. Will a 15 hit your armor class?
Yes, a 15 will still hit, but I had to try.
Yeah.
All right, you also take 5 points of piercing damage. I will also need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Can I ask where Arthea is?
That is a good question. Arthea, have you left the carriage?
Nope.
All right.
Cat
So
will
you-
swing by the open door and she goes, Arthea, pixies in the trees.
She's
Uh,
she was sitting kind of back from
Um,
the window studying her, just probably continuing writing after her ink got all upended by that.
all
And then
right.
just slides down like that.
And Kat just like zooms off again and goes
Uh-huh.
towards Faraday. And she knows she always scares the shit out of Faraday, but she
Aw.
doesn't like not sneak up on her. And she just, in Faraday's ear, pixies in the trees.
Cujo, is this Constitution save against some kind of magical effect?
No.
Then that is a 19.
Okay. With a 19, similar to Faraday, after a teeny little arrow hits you in the side of the neck, you quickly retrieve it and leave the open wound, and then squeeze out the grayish liquid that was laced in the arrow itself. Thurston, you did have a minor, verbal interaction with the tiefling. Are you fully out of the carriage at this point?
How many minutes did it had been like what, 2-3 minutes maybe that had passed since we pulled over?
Yeah.
He had probably like just gotten out. Like he didn't want to be rude, so if they were going to talk to him, he wanted to step outside. So he probably hadn't walked too far away, but he is out in the open.
Okay. Will a Miss Jackson hit your armor class?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Armor
used to
class?
talk to her.
You take 6 points of piercing damage, and I'll need a Constitution saving throw from you. Actually, 1,
mean.
2, 3, 4. There's going to be a second one that is going to be fired on Dermot. At disadvantage, you're still prone.
25 for my con save.
Then you are
Yes.
good. Okay. Same situation. You feel that familiar poison laced with the arrow. You quickly retrieve it and kind of hold it close as you ease the grossness out.
I really liked this shirt.
Cujo,
Dermot, yes.
Mending. We use mending.
with Cat in my ear and being hit, how far away is the tree line?
Actually, let's see. I definitely have a battle map that I'm going to remember to place everybody where they're at. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna do. I'll do that. And then here. The tree line is 20-25 feet off.
All I see is the Teldora map.
I
Yeah,
know.
he isn't.
I haven't reviewed
He's
Sorry,
not
sorry,
reeled
sorry.
it yet.
Yes, you're good.
I know you forget sometimes. It's just asking.
With that quick, with Cad in her ear and kind of pointing it out, Faraday's gonna look, and is there... Yeah, I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Mm.
As you're casting Detect Thoughts, Dermot, does a 14 hit your AC?
14 is my AC.
Okay. You take an additional 7 points of piercing damage. And
So that
so
is
there was a
hit.
second. Yes. I do meets beats.
And it was just one more arrow.
Yes.
Shield.
Okay. Sounds good. You cast Detect Thoughts, Faraday.
Yes.
And you can hear the thoughts of your companions immediately close by.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also hear
Oh, the master's gonna be so excited. I can't wait to deliver them.
and you hear that sort of echoed
Like all
around you. And you also hear from the travelers in front of you. And you're sort of making this observation just as you see this at the same time.
Yeah.
They won't escape this time. And those looking, Thurston, you were having the conversation, you see the visage of the travelers melt away. And you can recognize 3 women that you had seen in Kaimel just a few days previous. As their visages melt away, the one who was the auburn-haired woman has now turned into the cold blue hag. Says, "That'll be quite enough. We will loose another volley and make your lives terrible if you don't come willingly. If you choose to resist, we do have a toy to introduce you to that I'm sure will handle whatever resistance you attempt to mount." The red-haired, or the red-dressed woman says, "Oh, but if you did resist, I wouldn't be upset. It would just be a little bit more fun."
I look to Faraday.
Y'all, I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
I was literally going to say, have they seen me yet?
No.
Cujo.
Yes.
The moment I discern what Faraday is going to do, either fight or give up, knowing that she's going to fight, I immediately want to build a turret.
Okay.
Yeah, Cad would have absolutely gone up to one of them, Gladius in the back.
Oh, okay. All right, so you're going to sneak up and around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In the carriage, I having slid down beyond the windows, I would have cast greater invisibility on myself.
Ooh, that's a good. Yes.
Jeebus. Okay.
Ah.
All right.
Thurston's really tempted to just put a wall of force around them as they leave. Like
Yeah.
if the cart was still working, he'd be like, "Fuck you."
That's the slight problem.
I will give this little bit of narration before the combat truly begins. Everybody's prepared actions and all that stuff is going to go off. Faraday, what are you using to attack the sisters?
My inescapable lash.
Okay. As you reach back and extend the whip out, in slow motion you see the whip sail through the air, aimed directly for the blue hag. And as it moves forward, there's this wave, this invisible wave that extends out and knocks the whip off of its course. As that happens, shimmering into view, looks to be a human male with blonde hair, full beard. He's wearing leather armor that looks a little nicer, with a very distinctly noticeable feature. The blade that deflected the whip is attached to a glowing golden arm. Looking at the arm itself, you can see that there is a spot where the actual arm ends and energy has replaced the rest of the appendage, and also holds this long, single-edged sword that has slashed up. You can see the shimmer continue, and you see his eyes are sort of dormant as he just stares forward. Dustin, you have a question.
Not so much a question, just an announcement to the rest of the group, particularly for Rhodes and Sam. I did not approve this, so don't be looking at me.
So, I will need everybody to roll initiative.
Hey. We're
Yep, that's my usual initiative.
Oh, good.
There we go.
Well,
Just throwing it out there. I was not a part of this. I did not approve of this action.
I rolled a 9, but did I get to attack? Because I was
yes, you are going to get your surprise round because you rolled your natty fucking 20 on your stealth. I'm just going to roll real quick for the hags. I'm going to get initiative figured out first. So Elora got an 8. Sonnen got 8. Jesus Christ. Okay, I need one of you to get double digits, please. Come on. Thank you.
probably not.
Oh, I thought you meant one of the party, and I looked at my die and I was like, not me.
All right, let me pull.
Yeah, I got a
up.
9.
Okay, plus 2. Doop.
19.
This one as a natural 20.
God
So
damn it. That's
that
not good.
Cad got a 9. Thurston.
6.
6.
Y'all.
Dermot.
17.
17. Faraday.
14.
14. And Arthea.
Natural 20 for 27.
27,
Fuck
holy
yeah.
fuck. Yes, Arthea.
Fucking hell.
She's
Oh,
really...
fucking shit. Cedo. Doop.
Cedo!
Cedo was hanging out the side of the carriage.
Yeah, he's probably in there with me.
I will, does somebody want to play Cedo
I
for
can.
combat purposes? Okay.
Just give me a moment to get his character sheet going.
He turns into a
I was
scorpion.
like,
Guys, scorpion.
I'll be the druid, Joseph.
Yeah.
Let Rhodes be the druid.
Make the scorpion noises.
Look at that face he's making.
One of these times, I'm going to just invite all of the chaos. Just be like, Rhodes, play a druid. You automatically have teleportation via plants.
Control water.
Yes,
And control water.
control water. You're both on a ship and in a carriage at the same time.
There's a tree on the ship.
Yes.
That he
In a
planted.
plant that he
Yeah,
planted.
what the-
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell? Why didn't we should do that?
That would have been such a good idea.
Dustin, do me a favor and roll Ceto's initiative for me. Just because I feel weird rolling
We
it.
should go all Caduceus on the carriage and put a tree on top of it.
Also, point of order, ignore the pit that is immediately in front of the carriage. Picture in front of the carriage, you have your horses, and everything's fine.
Okay.
Those are totally horses there, not a pit.
Mhm.
Dustin, what'd you get? Cool.
4.
Cool. Good job.
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume. Actually, what is Ceto's dex? Just curious.
15.
15.
It's a +2.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay, so the sprite would go forced because they have forced
Forced?
because they have a +4. So let me do this. 5. There we go. All right. So we're going to begin combat. First up, we have Arathea.
Okay. Yeah, hearing the commotion
Surprise
going
attack, or
down.
are you waiting till my turn?
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit! Surprise round. Cad, go ahead and make your attack roll. I'm so sorry.
So I was gonna go for the Ginge over here, if that's okay.
Murder the bitch. I mean, what?
Stab
Thurston
her.
said that? Thurston
And
language.
Since I'm stealthy,
Oh man, you might want to
I-
murder that dude with a glowing arm.
I
But I
assume that I
might
get
be
advantage.
metagaming.
I assume that I have advantage on this, right?
Yes, they have no idea that you're there. Because you roll a 32 on your stealth.
I'll use my Blade of Chaos. It is a 19 to hit.
19 will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So, so 20 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And what's got 2 points of slashing damage.
Okay. You spring.
Add 5 to that on the piercing damage. I forgot to add my modifier.
Sounds good. You spring from the bushes and stab directly into the one of the hag's back, and you hear, and you see the sword pierced through a bunch of the flesh and sort of pierced out from in the front. And as you retrieve the blade, she kind of slumps forward. Oh. You have no idea how much I've been looking forward to this. And she just turns and faces you. Quick note, what's your passive perception, Cad?
19.
With a 19. As you had stabbed in, you can see behind her ear this little green, it almost looks like a slug or something, that is attached behind her ear. That just kind of throws you off for a second, but then you sort of snap back to reality, retrieve your sword as she turns to face you with a sick smile on her face. All right. With that being said, we have now officially started combat. Arathea, we come to you.
Okay, does someone who can work Foundry better, can someone give me a 60-foot cone?
Yes. Also, Jesus Christ.
I just want to, I can't quite gauge distance, and I don't want to draw all over the map and make it really, really bad, because it's actually a really nice
Cone, right?
cone, yeah.
Oh, cone. Duh. Sorry. My brain.
Uh-oh.
How dare you?
Do that.
You got it, Gojo.
What are you going towards the hags?
Yeah, I just want to see, I think if I, oopsie, not from there, that's silly. If I do it from in, okay, that's better. Let's see, if I move myself up to about here, I think it will work.
They're just out of range.
Let's see.
You get 2 of them from
I
there.
want to see if I could get up toward, like, I want to get Faraday out of it, so I want to be basically next to her.
Okay.
We have an open window, I believe, in front of between the back of the carriage and the front. Yeah, I'm going to climb through it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll say you guys have done it enough times. Like, you don't need an act. Well,
Nobody actually sits in this thing. We just crawl all over this carriage.
I'm actually going to use what Arathea said earlier this session. Arathea.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to make an acrobatics check.
That's fair. That's totally fair. As she like scrambles up the seat and through a window.
It's like that little
Yes, sir.
window too that's in like the pickup trucks, you know,
Yeah.
that
I
goes to the bed.
She's probably like she's going front half first with the thought that like if she really bungles this up, at the very least she can at least see what she's looking at to cast.
Sounds
I
good.
like
might
my
be-
ass would not fit through that window.
Like either.
I'd get stuck by the ass.
Yeah.
But it's a 20 no. Yeah. Miss Jackson.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Is she,
Your
like,
adrenaline kicks in, and you just claw your way through out of the window.
all that
You're good.
watching the much more stealthy, sneaky people.
I mean, you do kind of like bang your legs a little bit as you kind of sneak through, and it kind of bugs you a little bit because you're like, damn,
Probably brush against Faraday.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hi.
Right there.
Hello.
And then
She's
yeah,
got
so
those shin bruises.
so yes, crouched down. She is going. I'm gonna cast Pulse Wave
Okay.
at
What does that do? That's fancy.
Fourth level.
Okay. As you go to cast the spell, the human in front of you with the glowing sword glances up and murmurs something under his breath, and just as you go to cast, nothing comes out. As he
But
casts
she's
the
invisible.
counter spell.
I'm invisible.
Yeah.
You are invisible. Good fucking call. Never mind. I will be here if you need me.
So I need Constitution saving throws.
Okay, and this is from
Be like,
everybody in
"Who's
that
this
phone.
douche
Yeah?
canoe with the golden arm.
Yeah, who the fuck is this guy?
I don't know. Dustin, want to tell us?
Dustin, what did you do?
Well,
Oh, is
Once
this
a-
your
once
Okay.
upon a time, we played a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and I was a Hexblade Warlock,
Mhm.
and we were playing two different parties at the same time, a good party and an evil party. And in the evil party session, my character chose to abandon our friend Katie's character.
Oh.
And so Katie's character was taken prisoner. And then the
Right.
following week, Landon Silverpine, the gentleman before you, murdered her while in allowed her to be murdered while in custody and being interrogated.
Ordered her to be murdered. Let's
Yeah.
be clear.
This was that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as punishment, the queen decreed that my arm be chopped off. So that golden arm might look pretty, but it is pure like eldritch energy.
Okay.
Like the entire arm is part of his packed weapon.
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
yeah, it was really
About
fun narrating
that.
that.
And
Alright,
I've been apologizing to Katie ever since.
I'm gonna guess that an 8 fails.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that a 7 fails.
If the 8, yeah.
Just you never know.
Yeah.
17.
Fails. 18 is the DC.
Then that would also mean that Landon also fails, so they all fail. Oh,
So-
and the pixie.
Oh, there's a
So
pixie?
it got a
in there.
16, but still fails.
Okay, so they're going to each. I'll take 7d6 force damage, and they are pushed. They are pushed away 15 feet.
Okay.
Damn.
So do
You
You
do
don't-
not get a tax of opportunity because it's forced movement.
no, I was gonna say, do they like collide into me?
They might.
Given I'm gonna sort of treat Arthea's direction
Yeah.
as the force from which they're gonna be fired from.
Okay.
So basically, as as you referred to her, Ginge turns and focuses on you. You just see and she just goes right past you and into the bushes.
Avengers style,
yeah,
just
also-
out of frame.
Unsecured objects, if there are any just floating around there, also go flying with it. So
Okay.
I don't know what might be on the forest floor, and I doubt Arathea actually looked before she cast. So if there's
Interesting.
there's
Okay.
anything there that's like a log or I don't know,
Like
stuff
some
like
rocks
that.
or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, it
Excellent.
basically says yeah, if unsecured objects that are completely within the cone. So
Okay. All right. Cool.
stuff might go flying.
That's all good. Let me know what you get for damage.
8, 12, 17, 19, 21. So that is 23 force damage.
Okay. The pixies.
Oh, Cad, I'm gonna need you to
Okay.
disengage.
So that pixie
Real quick.
is fucking dead. Just see, just like an explosion. You know, a glitter bomb. Imagine a teeny little person is a glitter bomb, and then it just like this beautiful little, like the sun catches it, and it's just a pretty little sight as its parts just fall onto the ground.
Pixies shouldn't be that fun to kill, but they really
I
are.
ran a fun house for some folks the other evening and had a room full of pixies that was trying to get everybody to play with us. And
I don't like the sound.
Tina killed many of them and stepped in their glitter ashes.
I did. That's right. I did do that.
She was like stomping in the glitter bar.
I was
The
like,
glitter
Oh my god.
I know, it was really bad. I was kicking up a lot of glitter.
Amazing.
Jesus. Oh, I got a mark.
It was really fun to stab things, okay? I don't get to do that a lot.
All right.
Wonderful.
Does it knock them prone, or is it just
It
push
does
them
not. It just pushes. I can either push or pull.
Okay.
And in this case, I don't want them near me because that's bad.
Good
So
call.
I made them go that way. But yeah, I can push or pull, but it does not knock prone. And objects, it can basically just kind of fling them the same distance if they're
Okay.
unsecured. And then, yeah, so I use 20 feet of my movement, I think, to get up in here.
Mhm.
And I'll use the remaining 10 feet of movement to, can I, like, kind of slide off the carriage down just to the space next to it?
Yeah, that's fine. Not a
All
problem.
right. I'll just get myself over here.
Okay.
Just so that I am no longer in the carriage in case it turns into a fiery death trap of some kind or something.
Oh, I
Good
hope
call.
not.
Me too, because I really like it.
Mhm.
All right. Up next is Landon. Landon did not like that.
Landon does not approve.
Landon
does not?
not approve. But he is going to use not yet for that. He is going to cast Hex on Thurston.
What did I'm just an innocent
rude.
person here. I did nothing.
Thurston hasn't done anything yet. He's just standing there.
And he is going to choose your dexterity as the ability that you will have disadvantage on checks with.
That's mean.
He is then going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And as he moves, you see the golden arm sort of position itself to the opposite side. And as he moves, you see it glow brighter and brighter and brighter. And as he finishes his movement, he slashes in front of him, and a pure golden wave of energy extends out from where the blade travels and surges forward towards Thurston. Will a 16 hit you?
No, wait, my AC. Wait, why does my AC look weird?
Do you have your mage panties on?
Of course.
That's weird. 16 is a tie. Sorry, I don't know why.
Okay. I am one of those that does meets beats.
Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
Okay. Do me a favor and tell me what that does.
Watching him like bolt towards Thurston, she almost lashes out with the whip, and it just goes across his face. Not hitting, but you subtract 3 from that attack.
Ah, good call. All right. As you surge forward with the whip, a bit of blood sort of coats his face, a bit of your own blood sort of splatters across, and then you watch as it almost turns into like a gelatin-like substance that coats his face for a quick second, causing his swing with the blade to go a little wide. Thurston, you duck just in time as this wave surges past you, and that rock that's right next to you, very samurai anime-like, comes into and falls apart where the wave had been pushed through. Well done.
She just, like, you don't want to play with him.
Good
You don't
call.
want to play with me.
Up next is Isis, who is one of the hags. She, given that there is a rogue that had snuck behind all 3 of them, is going to turn and say, "You're not so intimidating. You're nothing but a little bunny. And I will need you to make a wisdom saving throw."
She's gonna turn you into a bunny.
What a twat face.
Wait, can I see her?
I'd say you with your sight.
I'm trying to think of it.
Yes, yes,
Would
you
I
can.
have her?
No.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Actually, no. I don't think she would. I don't think she'd realize it. No.
Oh, God.
Okay.
You're
What'd
gonna
you
be a
get?
bunny.
Sorry.
What? 4?
Or
Just as you hear, "You're nothing but a little bunny," you think, "What the hell are you talking?" And you turn into the teeniest little fluffy bunny. Brown with a little fluffy tail.
Biter.
You now have the stats of a rabbit.
Oh.
Biter.
And your first instinct is fight or flight.
you can actually make her a bunny.
Oh yeah, there is a polymorph thing.
There's a polymorph thing, you could make her a bunny.
I don't have
really?
I don't have a
Yeah,
token ready to go for it.
Do you not have the SRD?
Oh,
There
that's
should be
maybe
in
I
the
No,
SRD there should be like a rabbit. Yeah, all you do is like literally that's how I do the wild shape for Fen. Is that you click and you drag it over to their character sheet and it changes their token.
Is the rabbit, is it a tiny beast, right?
Try hair?
Hair, okay.
I don't think rabbit's actually like a
Like, I found a stat block, but it doesn't seem like,
like legit.
yeah.
There's a hare in Icewind Dale.
In the
I just wanna
SRD
know,
list, unfortunately, it
There's no
does
hair.
not. No,
Oh.
which is poo. Harpy, Hawk, Hezru, Hellhound. You're not a Hellhound. I'm just gonna say that right now.
That'd be
That's
cool.
fine if you
I
want to
mean-
make her a hellhound.
Hellhound.
Like,
Yeah, for real. Whoa.
Yeah.
I see no issue.
Unfortunately, I don't have the capability to actually turn CAD on the board into a bunny, but thematically, you shift into that form. I will say also, actually, that's an important question. Online creature, acceleration, form can be form. It doesn't say anything about your equipment.
Polymorph, doesn't everything just turn? Right?
Yes. I will say one important note. I'll say you guys at the carriage can see this. You watch as Cadriel turns into a little bunny, but Gladius clatters to the ground. What?
Uh-oh.
What has happened? What is... My lady? And with that, It is Dermot's
One
turn.
hit point is a bunny.
Plus side if they hit you.
Yeah, true.
Why would they do that?
All these twats better not fucking sword.
What if the bunny
Okay.
bites itself?
I don't think a bunny would want to bite itself.
Take
I mean, but in a
damage
trap, it
to
would
go
chew its
back
arm
to its
off.
normal form.
Rhodes is like, but hear me out.
Here comes the negotiation.
Like when a barbarian wants to keep its range and it just like headbutts a wall or something to take a point of damage.
This is 100% a druid argument, and Cito is not
absolutely
here.
It's absolutely.
I'm not saying you're not wrong,
But
but yeah. Dermot, it is your turn. You have your cannon right next to you.
Yes. It is in fact a force ballista.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm gonna do with my bonus action is I'm going to fire the force ballista at the pixie that is nearest to me.
All right, so that's gonna be this guy
that
right here.
one.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
That is that is a 16.
A 16 will just hit.
Okay. So the creature is going to get pushed 5 feet straight backwards,
Okay. I'll say that.
and they will take 12 points of force damage.
You hear, oh no! Just once again, this beautiful, like, display of pixie guts sort of drift down to the ground slowly as you hear, and some of its parts collide with the ground around you.
So that pixie is dead.
Yes, that pixie is dead.
Okay.
So it was your bonus action.
I don't think this is going to work the way that I want it to. No, that's not going to work the way I want it to. I guess I am going to. I'm going to turn to this pixie that's over here and say, I'm going to say, throwing your life away in battle is against your nature. You know you're better than this.
And you just see this expression of existential dread play across this pixie's face.
Is it against my nature? What is my nature? I mean, I do have a lot of fun.
And he's just monologuing to himself. Just for fun, go ahead.
You should go back to your home. I'll end it with a command of sorts.
Okay. Make me a persuasion check with your billion modifier.
Do I get any bonus for having turned his friend into dust?
I'll say yes. Because you glitterified his friend, go ahead and roll with advantage.
that's what it reminds me of at the end of a Hocus Pocus when the witches turn into glitter. And Mary, bye. Yeah,
Bye.
that's exactly it. That's
That is a 26.
Fuck. With a 26.
Okay, I see your point.
And he just, like, turns as though he's gonna start flying away.
I see your point.
All right. Any movement?
I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna try and I will consider like this area right here difficult terrain just because it's
fine.
a tight squeeze because of words.
White skis. Yep.
Yes.
You got it.
White squeeze.
Sam?
I don't know why that skews me out. Like,
Yeah, why is twite a word that you're like, is it weird?
No, yeah.
I'm gonna move here. My turret is also able to move 20 feet. So I guess he'll make it up to there.
Okay, cool. You just hear the metallic legs like crawling across the ground and like up on the side of the rock.
Oh yeah, and there's like 8 or 10 legs. He's
Yeah.
like a spider, but more.
Best comparison. All right. Up next we have Faraday.
Cool. As I pull the whip back, I'm gonna pull it across my hand, and this purple lightning will just crackle across the length of it. I will jump down from the carriage.
Okay.
And move in front of Thurston.
Mm-hmm.
Providing as much cover as I can for now. And please roll low. Didn't roll low. 4 my necrotic damage. And I will look to our new friend and just attack.
Okay.
Hoping to maybe do something now that we're, fighting.
In the thick of it.
In the thick of it. First attack is a 18.
18 just hits, so go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. So 9 magical slashing and 3 lightning.
Okay.
Second attack, she brings it back down. 26.
Yep.
That is 8 magical slashing and 6 lightning damage.
Okay. Shit. All right, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Actually, is it a bonus action? Never mind, it's a bonus action. Ignore me.
Okay. Just as the stranger rips off the algae-like blood that you had cursed him with, he grimaces as you just bam, bam, 2 quick hits with your whip across his chest, and he kind of falls back, but then again, very docile-like, raises the sword once again, and looks right at you.
Do I see any markings? Can I see from this angle?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I'm gonna say with this angle, it's gonna be a little bit difficult, so it's a high DC.
No, for sure. 21.
21. You can just see right below his earlobe the teeny little glimpse of that little slug-like appendage.
Okay. Cool. Sweet.
All right.
All right, that's my turn.
All right. We come to the bunny, Cadriel.
Bunny.
So, Cad is a bunny.
Mhm.
And, she's... I don't know if you guys have ever heard a rabbit scream when, like, a bird of prey gets a hold of them.
Mhm.
That is the sound she starts making.
Oh, Papa.
And she starts sort of thrashing about. And if Gladius is right next to her, can I assume that maybe if she is thrashing, would she have to maybe dodge or try not to get hit with her own sword?
Let me see something. I want to check. Is it touch? No. I'm going to say thematically.
Mhm.
Right before the hag cast the spell, she put her hand on your shoulder.
Mhm.
And when you transformed, you are now in her hand. So you're thrashing about. I'll say, go
yeah.
ahead.
You know, when like bunnies are being held and their legs are going
Yeah.
west. Yeah, that's a cancer.
I'll say, make me, as a bunny, make me an acrobatics check.
Okay, so the stat block I found doesn't have any stats. So do you just want me to roll a straight d20?
Roll a
just found,
d20,
a
add
wiki, basically.
1.
Oh.
Because I think bunnies are more
15.
dexterous. 15. The hag rolled a 16 on the die. So you thrash about, and she says, "Oh, please calm down. This is just irritating at this point."
Keep screaming.
Okay. The bunny continues to squirm in the hag's hand. Up next is Elora. She is going to step around Cad. Or 5, 10, 15, 20. And she can spot Dermot on the other side of the cart. Dermot, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Is she casting of a spell?
Yes, she is.
And I can see the casting of a spell.
Yes.
I will counterspell.
Okay, what level?
Is it a spell that I recognize as in something I myself has cast, or is it something that I am unfamiliar with?
You are unfamiliar with this.
Okay. Then I will counterspell at what slots do I have right now? Oh, let's see. I'll counterspell it at 5th level.
All right. Let me do one little rules check because it's been a bit.
Right on the ship.
Well, I just want to triple check one. I'm sorry. I'm just reading the rules here.
Sam, that thing that you and I were talking about last night, that's what Cujo needs right now.
Yeah. They should put that up on the
Okay.
screen.
I just want to the loading.
The loading screen? Yeah, I should do that with like a thing.
Actually, Steve's had sent me that via text today, and I was like, "Oh, that's a really smart idea. I should just."
I saw that online last night.
We should try and figure out if we can do that.
I just want to double check how, because my brain is mush right now for some reason. When you cast this spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, the interrupted spell has no effect if it's level. The interrupted spell. Got it. Cool. That actually, reading it out loud helped.
Reading it helps.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard sometimes because it has a lot of the same word in the description.
Yeah.
Isn't it if it's a higher level than the spell cast, it automatically works, but if it's lower, you have to roll for it or something like that?
Equal or higher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as Elora begins casting, you look and see Dermot sort of buy in just a little bit to what she's saying. You quickly and instinctually cast a counterspell. Dermot's mind comes back to him, and you see...
Stop, bitch. You're not the only one who can do that.
To end her turn, as a free action, she'll turn to Landon. Remove one of them using your ability, please.
Oh, that sounds like a problem.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
Up next is Ginge, who has a gaping stab wound.
That sucks.
She is going to approach and flank And as she does, you hear, "Stay away from her. I swear if I had arms of my own, you would meet your maker in this very moment." And just as Sonnen is about to cast, she looks down. She's going to pick up Gladius.
Bite her with your weird little mouth.
Oh, yes. Please do.
This bitch.
No.
You watch as Gladius disappears into her robe.
No.
You hear, "Ah!" and his voice is suddenly cut off. I have to look at the Discord to know that Cord wants to kill me.
I feel something inside right now.
She
called rage.
I have feelings about this,
You should have
and
taken a
none
level
of them
barbarian.
are good.
She has stepped
That's it.
around.
No more of this cleric bullshit. Cat's a barbarian for the record. Queen.
Oath of Vengeance Paladin right there.
Yeah, Vengeance Paladin. Here we go.
Yeah.
Faraday.
Death cleric.
Yes.
I would like.
I don't.
No.
I would not
I
like.
would like,
I would not
if
like.
I may.
You may
You
not.
may not.
I would like you
Sure.
to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Is it a charmed thing?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's gonna be bad if I fail it.
Yep.
Yep, I fail it.
What'd you get?
9.
With a 9.
It's not very wise, kids.
As she reaches out, she says, "Dance for me, darling." And you are under the effect of Otto's irresistible dance.
Shit.
Creatures begins a comic dance in place, shuffling, tapping its feet, and capering for the duration.
In my brain, Faraday is doing a stripper dance.
Must use all its movement to dance without leaving its space, and has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and attack rolls. While the target is affected by the spell, other creatures have advantage on attack rolls against it.
Oh, cool.
As an action, a dancing creature makes a wisdom saving throw to regain control of itself. On a successful save, the spell ends.
Wait, so you're not incapacitated? You
Nope.
just
No,
have
it's just everything
disadvantage on
disadvantage.
your attack rolls?
Yeah.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and dex saving throws, and under the sort of similar to reckless attack, creatures that attack her have advantage.
Did they change that? Because I thought you were incapacitated and dancing was literally all you could do with your turn.
There's a different one. I think there's a different one that makes it incapacitated. I thought there was another spell like that.
I don't know.
Because
but
I know Tasha's... Oh, I might be thinking of Tasha's
Tasha's
Hideous
Hideous
Laughter.
Laughter. There
Yeah.
you go. All right. Up next, Thurston.
Oh, there's so many problems. Like every
Yeah.
time I have a plan, the problem changes, and I don't have a plan. Oh God.
Do what you were gonna do. Do what you're gonna do.
I'm just going to put that as the dancing condition.
No, I don't like it.
Essentially.
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, my brain. Like my brain just broke. I'm sorry. It broke.
It broke because Faraday is like grinding in front of you.
Nope. mm-mm.
You see,
That's not what she's doing.
am I the only one
appropriately.
who's
Stop
envisioning Faraday doing the Charleston?
I can see it. I get it.
I kind of actually imagined it was like, since she has a whip, it was kind of like rave dancing, and she's like moving the whipper. Like it's like glow
Something
stick.
Trig would do.
Yeah,
Burlesque
you know what I'm
dancing.
saying? But yes.
She's cast dancing lights on
That's
it, and
fair.
it's literally just going.
It's
Oh my
fucked up,
god,
you
I am now
guys.
seeing the bunny gifts in our little chat.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
god, that last one.
Okay. Yes. So to start, I'm going to do my Bastion of Law, and so I'm going to we'll do 3 sorcery points that I'm going to give them to Faraday.
Oh.
So You get 3 d8s, and when you take damage, you can roll those d8s and reduce the damage by that amount.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's fucking awesome.
Okay. And then, oh, this isn't gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Why is the... Okay. I am going to use 2 more sorcery points to quicken spell, because Bastion of Law is an ability. It's not a spell. So I'm not casting anything there. Oh, and I could bear... It was Ginge that did it, and I could see it was her that looked at Faraday.
Yes.
And sorry, okay. Then I am going to cast Psychic Lance because I'm trying to break her concentration.
Okay. So she needs to make an intelligence save, right?
Yes, intelligence.
Okay. It is a natural 20.
She still takes half, and she's just not incapacitated.
Okay.
So it could still, yeah, she could still have to do that. I was hoping to incapacitate her, but that's okay. It's okay. That's a lot of not good rolls. Okay. Wow, nothing above a 4. 13 points of damage on 7d6.
Oh,
Right.
That's full.
Damn.
Now is
All
that
of
is
you
full?
can go to dice jail. Just
So,
you go over there.
6. Now, double checking.
DC 10.
Concentration checks. Is it a save or just a concentration
It's a
check?
Constitution saving throw.
Got it.
DC is 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher.
That was a 10 on the die. So she does succeed her concentration check.
Fine.
Up next, we've got Le Pixies. This one, having been faced with its very, very short mortality, is going to fucking run. So 5, 15, 20. I think it's... forgot what speed they have. They got 40
Pixies are...
flying.
Yeah.
30, 35, 40. These other ones, though. This one's going to fly 5, 10, 15. This one over here. Well, let me resolve that one first. Thurston.
What about him?
Will a was it 23 to hit?
Yeah.
So I will need you to make another Constitution saving throw. And you are going to take 7 points of piercing damage.
17 for his con save.
Cool. You resist the poison. We got this one up here. It's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. Dermot, because Arthea is still invisible. Will a 14 hit you?
Shield.
Okay. Let's see. There's 2. Those 2 are dead. And that one's running. Okay, that's the Pixies. Up next, we got Cedo.
Beto.
As everyone just goes.
Oh my god.
Fucking deranged.
I know.
That's the exact moment somebody clicked on, and they just clicked
was
on.
just-
Like,
Oh,
no.
no.
Okay.
I mean, or they got hooked. They were like, oh my god, yes, this is exactly what I was looking for tonight.
All right. I am going to. Cedo is going to wild shape into his giant scorpion, and then move up to be in range with Landon. Because he is the closest target. It'll take all of his movement to get there.
Okay. I'm going to do this. Just so the giant scorpion is Ceto's token. And I just made Ceto go invisible. So he's kept in the initiative. It's all fine.
Okay. I'm going to make 3 attacks, 2 with my claws and 1 with the stinger. I'm going to make the 2 claw attacks first.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to do these one at a time because reasons. That is a natural 20.
Yeah.
There you fucking go.
Yes.
Hey.
So, you are going to take a bushel of damage.
Bushel?
It's only
Okay.
1d8. It's not a whole bucket.
Oh, okay.
You know.
I mean, it's still almost max. That is 17 points of bludgeoning damage, and
Nice.
you are grappled.
Okay.
Oh.
So, claw number 2 is a 22.
22 will hit.
7 more points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Last but not least is the stinger. That is a Miss Jackson. It's a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Okay. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is 22.
Okay. So you take 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And you also take a bunch of poison damage, although it's halved because you made the save. That is 16 halved to 8 poison damage.
Okay. All right. Landon is looking pretty rough after these attacks have gone through. But he is still alive, even as the pincers and everything sort of clamp down around him, and as the stinger impacts his body, his expression is empty. We are back up to the top of the initiative with Arthea.
All right. Can I see Rabbit Cadriel, being held in the hand of the...
You can see her behind the other 2 sisters.
Okay.
She's doing the bunny scream still.
If I wanted a clear sight line, though, would I need to move?
Yes, I would say you
somewhere
would need to
like
move.
up in I don't know, this general.
I'd say go 5 feet up, and then it'll be
right
totally
there.
clear. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just measure my distance real quick. It should be fine though. Okay. Arthea, hoping that Cad will, even in bunny form, perhaps instinctively know that this is her and, not freak out, is going to cast Vortex Warp on her.
Okay.
She can willingly fail the saving throw, which is a con save. But I don't know.
As a bunny, because I think
she probably wouldn't recognize.
have the stat block of a bunny, so she wouldn't understand otherwise to try to resist it.
Okay, so you'll want to make a Constitution save.
Okay.
As
A
Bun
nat 20.
Bun.
It's gonna be a nat 20.
It's 19.
So you resist it.
All right.
You resist it,
Sorry.
fucker.
God damn.
Okay.
This is like when Jester ate the fucking curtains. I don't know.
You don't know. You
Sorry.
don't. What the fuck is a bunny's con? Or did you have
It
a 19 on the
literally,
die?
I rolled a 17. Okay. This, I guess, would be for Cujo. I added my con save, but the bunny doesn't have a stat block for me to add, so I rolled a 17, though.
Because that's the difference between passing and failing.
Yeah.
What, Court, you're not using any kind of stat block?
There's not a stat block that I could find for the hair. It didn't, like, the page that I found on that D&D wiki or whatever, it didn't have a stat block. It just said, like...
Hold on.
Hair. Con. I have hair as a monster, tiny beast, which is a -1 con.
I will say I'm okay with it being a -1.
Okay, then 16.
Then it fails.
Okay.
I was like, wait, that makes a big difference here.
Sorry, like, the one that I saw, like, didn't have stats. So I was
Oh, the Icewind Dale one also has a -1 con. So the not monstrous bunny, so the one without the big sharp pointy teeth, also.
Funicula?
Got it.
I was just gonna say Funicula.
So suddenly this bunny being held is squealing and jerking and squirming, and suddenly it just vanishes.
All right.
And it's gonna appear right back over here.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, and as a bonus action, I guess I'm just gonna like bend down and pet it because I can't like whack it or anything because I'm not allowed to do that. So I'll just give it a head scritch.
Just like bop her on the head.
Yeah, just give it like a pat, like it's okay, bunny, it's okay, bunny. And I don't know, I'm probably gonna get bit.
All right. Yeah.
Just
the
doing
bunny
that like
disappears.
rapid breathing that rabbits do when they get real fucking nervous.
Oh, sweetie. It's okay.
Up next is Landon. Landon.
That's weird.
I don't know. It's Cito's the one who fucked him up. Landon also can't move because he's grappled.
Oh yeah. Well,
Landon can get fucked at this point.
Yeah, whoever created this character fucking sucks.
Yeah,
Jeez.
seriously, what a dick.
what an asshole.
These are such dicks.
I'm not talking to you, asshole.
Landon is going to cast Misty Step.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. No!
Right back there.
Why does he have such a boner for Thurston?
I appreciate the compliment, but I don't think that this would work out between us.
He is now going to make some attacks with his sword.
You should not do that.
So let's resolve that, shall we?
Let's do something else.
Yeah.
Let's not say we did.
Will an 18 hit?
Shield.
Okay. Will a 23 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Shield wouldn't have worked anyway for that one.
Okay, you get that through the rest of the round anyway. So that's good.
You are going to take 16 points of force damage as the ethereal eldritch-like sword slices through your form. As he reaches for another one, you duck out of the way. That is his turn. He's used his bonus action to Misty Step, so yeah, that's all he can do. The blue hag is going to move.
There and be a bitch.
10, 15. And she's going to see that giant fucking scorpion. And she's not going to like it.
And she doesn't have to be a freaking racist like that.
I know.
Seriously.
Isn't she from the Feywild? Like...
She is going to... Yeah, she's going to cast Witch Bolt. And it's going to be at 4th level.
Oh, and I used my reaction, so I can't fucking counter
So-
it. Fuck.
Who are they casting it at?
You don't-
At the giant scorpion.
Hmm.
That is a 19 on the die. Will a 24 hit the giant scorpion?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sure that it will.
Oh.
Why am I blanking? I know what a D12 looks like. I'm looking at my dice like, where? I don't even know.
Because it looks like the little triangles.
Oh, I see what you did there.
You should use that one for your attack rolls because
Yeah.
it's better.
It's better. It just rolls better.
Yeah. We're playing on a strictly D12 system.
You're not
now.
allowed to kill Brian when he's not here. That's a rule.
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
That is going to be 28 points of damage to the giant scorpion.
He still has another wild shape too. Don't worry.
Ooh, taunt the DM. 28 points of damage.
Don't taunt him.
Oh my god.
Up next, the witch bolt has latched itself to the giant scorpion. And Dermot, it is your turn.
Okay.
Witch bolt up the butt.
That's not
Thank you.
the way that
Thank you.
went.
Thank you for that song.
God damn it.
Jingle.
Did she sing it like that?
Yeah.
I
Let's
feel
do
like
that.
that's how Scanlan would cast Witch Bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he would cast it from his crotch.
Yeah,
Let's be
that's
real.
true.
Someone else's butt, and that's how
Yes.
it would connect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm a bunny. I can't do anything. So
Yeah.
Witch bolt
channeling
up the butt.
skin.
So stupid.
Up the butt, shining bright, hurting bad.
What is... Oh, the range is 120 feet. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Cujo,
Yes.
how big is this rock?
Just as it looks.
Like, how tall is it?
I'll say 15 foot tall.
Sweet. My turrets have a climb speed equal to their
Nice.
walking speed.
Oh, you just hear
So
the
he's
clicky
now
clack.
on top of the rock.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And I am going to target. It's the blue one
Yes.
that casts polymorph.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna target that one with my force of ballista.
So I'm
Alright.
concentration. Actually,
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Yeah, it is.
Kuju, are those two concentration spells?
Witch bolt is not a concentration. Oh, it is a concentration.
is.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
You know what? Yeah, she'll stick with it. So, Cad, the moment the lightning fires out, you reform just as you're feeling
He's
Arthea
got you by
petting
the
your head.
hair.
Am I aware that Ginger Bitch took my sword?
Go get her. Get her.
Make
Kick her
me a
ass.
retroactive perception check using the bunny's stats.
Oh god.
What is
Some
that?
animal eyes, they see shit.
Not when
I
they're
like-
thrashing about,
Yeah.
panicking.
Shh, shh, shh.
It's just a +0, so it's a straight roll because
Okay.
it's wisdom.
Straight roll.
Fuck me.
Nope.
No.
Okay. Yeah, as
Um,
far as you're concerned, he's in the holster right behind you. Go ahead, Dustin.
Cujo, the blue one takes 8 points of force damage and is pushed 5 feet.
Okay. She just gets battered back and is like, "Can we please stop that?"
No.
Well, stop as soon as you stop.
And she needs to make a concentration saving throw.
She failed her concentration saving throw.
Mm.
So the witch bolt, just as soon as it hits, fizzles away. Well done. I got
Dermot
a
says-
9, by the way.
Phenomenal.
All right. Keep talking shit, buddy.
And with that, I am going to do a second thing. Cujo, I'm kind of short, right?
I mean, you're a medium-sized creature. I'm gonna assume about 5'5" if you want.
All right.
Up to you.
I'm gonna tell you exactly how tall I am. I'm 5'1".
Okay, I was close.
That's very hostile.
Do I have? Can I see Landon?
Make me a perception check. I'm gonna say with disadvantage.
Okay. That's fine. 15.
I'll say you can just see him.
Okay. I am going to do a hilarious thing, and I'm gonna cast Grease.
Okay.
I am gonna cast Grease in a 10-foot square centered on a point within range. I am going to choose the intersection of this point of these 4 squares. So I'm gonna hit the rock, Landon, and the square behind him. So shift the whole thing 5 feet to the right. Perfect.
All right. You cast the spell, and under Landon's feet, there's this sheen of some sort of liquid across the ground.
Cool. And he makes a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 15 on the die, for a total of 18.
Fuck. He stays on his feet. He does not fall prone.
Okay.
Yet.
All right. Steve's
Steve.
100% correct. I just totally need the shit out of my desk, but we don't need to talk about that right now. I'm so excited. This is fun. Okay, sorry.
Anyone who enters the area or ends its turn there has to make the save or fall prone.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
You should
Faraday.
go away. Otherwise you'll fall. Definitely walk away from me.
Faraday, you are continuing to Charleston in place.
I don't know, Charleston. So it just affects. So I can't move. That burns my movement. Right? Is that how the spell works?
I think you can still move.
No, you use all your movement to dance.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
That's
wait.
right.
Charleston has like the chicken wing flap.
The kicks.
Got it. And the kicks. Okay. No,
now Sam is just doing the chicken dance.
I'm just doing the chicken dance.
That works.
As a free action, Dermot begins to play.
Not encourage!
Fiona's like, I don't think now's the best time, sir.
Okay.
Please don't call me sir. That's weird.
Give me 1 second. Okay. Can I see around Thurston?
I'll say you can see around Thurston. Well, you're already going to be having disadvantage on your
attacks. Right.
But I'll say you can see past Thurston and see Landon.
Okay. Now I have the chicken. Fuck.
I know.
I have the chicken dance
You
stuck
have
in
the
my
chicken
head. I have the chicken dance stuck in my head.
Man, getting the chicken fuck,
Stop.
not a good thing.
Okay. She's going to turn around and point at Ginge.
Okay. I hate. She has a name, but it's fine.
Well, I don't know her name.
She has a name. It's labeled in the combat tracker. No.
She didn't.
She never told us.
Yeah. She never introduced herself. Rude.
She knows better than to introduce herself at this point.
She's just the ginge.
And muttering in Draconic under her breath, Faraday
Uh-huh.
casts Mind Sliver.
Okay.
I need her to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
All right.
She's probably gonna succeed, but
Is an 11. She's going to use her one legendary save.
that's fine.
to
That's cool.
succeed.
That's cool. Because that's a cantrip. I get to also make an attack on my bonus action.
Yes, you can.
And is it both my attacks or is it just the one?
Think-
You make one attack.
One weapon
Yeah.
attack. So I would like
Yeah.
to make that one weapon attack against Landon.
Do
With
it.
disadvantage.
Do it.
When does my reaction come back? At the beginning? Never mind. She doesn't need my help.
I don't need.
Oh, good.
It was one was a natural 20. I don't get to use, but the other was a 17 on the die, so
Okay.
26.
That will hit.
10 points of magical slashing and 5 lightning.
Okay. He's looking real rough right now. Wait, that's
Um,
not right. Wait, hold on.
Just kidding. He's
did it
not
bad.
looking rough. He's looking like a shiny lightsaber person.
He's
that
like
has one arm.
under.
Love you.
Damn it. Court has become my Sam of this campaign. I'm like just realizing that.
Yeah.
Court is the one that floats a comment, and my brain's like, don't buy in. Don't pay attention. Don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's gone. You've lost it.
Don't engage.
Don't engage.
Don't engage.
You'll just encourage her.
Landon, considering under other circumstances, anybody else who's gone through as much pain and punishment as Landon has would be doubled over, possibly considering running away, whatever. Landon is dead-eyed. Even as he is continually damaged. Like, he looks like shit, but he is laser
Sounds
focused.
like somebody needs therapy.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck him up, Faraday.
I
Alright.
I have thoughts about that. Do I get to make my wisdom saving throw then?
Yes, make your wisdom saving throw.
With advantage, that's a 14.
14 succeeds.
Oh.
You finally stop your
Yeah.
body from shucking and jiving in front of these hags and feel your faculties return to you. To which Sonnen, not Ginge, says,
Ginger.
"Oh, that was so much fun, though."
Ooh,
Get a bag of dicks,
I'm coming
Ginger.
for you now.
Uh-huh.
All right. Up next, we have Cadriel.
Cat.
Okay, Cad, first things first, is going to reach back for Gladius like she always does and realize he's not there. Gladius is gone.
Ginger bitch took her.
Okay.
Fuck him. Just go fuck him up.
Uh,
At least I think it was Ginger bitch. I don't remember which one it was. Just go fuck them both up.
is this right here? Is this rough terrain, Cujo, or is it not?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's difficult terrain.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm
What are our
going.
horses doing right
to-
now?
Chilling.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
chilling.
gonna use my movement and bonus action to dash
Okay.
over here. This pixie's dead, right?
Yeah, that pixie is glitter on the ground.
All right, I stomp through its ground glitter, and I effectively am going to. Is it safe to say that Cadriel, having seen the thing behind what's her tits' ear, would assume that all of them have one?
You
Didn't we
I
see
don't
them
know- I
before
don't know
as
if-
well?
I don't know if Faraday has mentioned that she had seen this a couple times previous. I'll say make me maybe another perception check.
Nope.
17 plus 9, so 20.
Okay.
A lot.
26.
Yeah. My brain
Jesus
doesn't math
Christ.
that fast, okay?
With a 26, as you are racing forward, you can see the green-haired witch to her right. You just catch a glimpse of the same slug that's right behind her ear.
Ugh.
And
Cadriel?
that alone is enough to understand. Okay, I think everybody.
Okay. Cadriel is going to literally like just as she's running, pull out her chaos blade.
Oh, the chaos.
Yeah,
blade.
you had this
Good.
look of disgust as you said that out loud.
She's very attached to Gladius, though I do like the chaos weapon because it gives me an extra d6 for being chaotic aligned.
This is true.
So she's going to reach for it and she's going to swing it around, aiming for like basically here just to try to like cleave, and if it happens to damage the thing behind her ear as well, then great. She's
Okay,
just
are you-
aiming for her, but like aiming for the upper part of her body more than the lower.
Are you aiming for red or are you aiming for?
Yeah, Arthea told her that
I
Ginger
pointed
Witch
out whichever
had
one
her-
picked it up.
has Gladius.
Okay.
So,
If that is the case, considering Arthea's passive perception, I will let you know it was not red.
Was it
It's the other
Alora?
one.
Was it Alora?
It was Isis, the one next to her. So
Isis
the
is the
green,
blue-
green witch.
Isis is the blue one.
Isis is the blue one, yeah.
Pardon me, I meant Elora.
Because you
Elora.
had her, because you had red flank, and said that the one that was flanking picked up Cad's sword.
Well,
Maybe it was red.
I
I think
someone
Fuck it.
slipped the sword in.
I'll say it was red. Fuck it.
We don't like that
Fuck
bitch.
it.
I
It's
swear,
D&D.
like, it-
Anybody in chat who's like, oh, continuity, I'm gonna be like, fucking whatever.
Continuity
It's a-
to kiss my ass.
It's a game about rolling
Actually-
dice in a fantasy world fighting witches and dragons. It's fine.
I swear she was the one that was flanking and had taken
That's
the
fine.
sword.
That works.
So Cad is basically, I know I don't get sneak attacks, I don't have advantage, but she's just going to
She's targeting.
fucking swing out for her. Like,
With this being a called shot, it is going to add a little bit to her AC to see if you hit.
so. 19 to hit.
19 would just hit, so go ahead and roll damage.
So it's going to be 1d, so 11 piercing damage and then 5 slashing damage.
You angrily slash upwards and watch as she recoils from the attack, but not fast enough, as the blade cleaves her ear off of her body. And you see the slug behind get slashed into, and she screams in agony. And then you see this moment of confusion. And she looks around, confused with her entire surroundings.
Cat just says, "Give me my fucking sword or it's your head next."
Okay. Up next, it is Elora, who's the hag right next to her. She... Yeah. She, in a moment of rage, seeing this happen to her sister, 5, 10, is going to flank. And as she moves, the beautiful visage of her form, with the flowing green hair and the veil that's in front of her face, and her porcelain skin, fades for a moment. And you see this muddy brown hue sort of set into her arm, almost like the true appearance of the hag is revealed for a moment to reveal a large claw. As she moves into position with deftness you would not expect from this woman, she moves and goes to slash across your back. She is under the assumption that she is flanking. Given the current state of things, she is not. Because she might not have somebody that is considered an ally on the other side of you.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
That being said,
Funny.
that was a natural 20.
Okay.
So that's...
She only cut off an ear. Like, calm down. You can put that back on.
Seriously.
Probably
she can
can.
still hear. It's just like an outer thing.
That is
She can cover it.
31 points of slashing damage across your back.
I will uncanny dodge to have.
Okay. Good call.
So 15 or 16.
It was 31, 15. And you hear this again, like the actual voice of the hag. What did you do to my sister? Just like pure rage behind her voice. Up next is Sonnen. Sword, what are you talking? And she reaches and has a look of shock as she produces Gladius. I don't understand what's going on. And she hands the sword to you as she looks and sees her sisters carrying these random people. Wait. The slugs! Cut the slugs! And she hands Gladius back out to you. And he goes, oh, you have no idea what it smelled like in there.
Oh. Oh.
And then Cad will just say, help.
She is going to turn to Isis. And she is going to make an attack for her ear.
Ah.
That's a 19 on the die. That's going to hit. That's 12 points of damage. It's not quite enough. She claws, similar to the hag in front of you. She shifts for a moment and grasps for Isis's slug on the back of her ear. And she does cleave, unfortunately, into the side of her head, but doesn't quite get the slug that's right behind her ear. So there's just this, like two cats fighting. Just this screaming and violence happening before you between these two sisters. Thurston, it is your turn.
Okay, would I have heard the red hag yell, like, get the slugs?
What's your passive perception?
16.
I'll say yeah, that's fine.
Okay, then we'll put all of these back.
That was gonna be a 5th level spell, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was gonna be a 5th level, but I cast spell of fire on all these motherfuckers.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Still on a die.
So good.
Never mind. I will look at Landon. Do you want me to do a passive perception to see the slug, or like now knowing that it's potentially there, do I just go, oh?
I'll say make me a perception check to see if you can actually clock it on his skull.
That is a 17.
With a 17, you can just catch right below his earlobe, like the bottom of the slug.
Okay.
By the way, I know I probably illustrated it as like, oh, it's a leaf, or
Yeah.
oh, it's a tattoo, or it's a whatever. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's a slug. I don't care.
Slug.
I don't care.
Okay.
I kind of honestly envisioned it as one
I
of
thought
those,
you
like,
said it was a slug
green
the first time.
caterpillars. Yeah, I thought you said it was a
Yeah.
slug too. Like, I kept picturing one of those giant like tomato caterpillars. You know?
Oh, I get you. Yeah,
Like,
it's
that's what I was
just,
picturing.
it's basically small enough to like outline where your ear meets your skull.
Gotcha.
Okay. In that
Makes
case,
sense.
I am gonna cast Firebolt, like, at it.
Okay.
For Landon.
Okay. So because again, this is a called shot, AC does go up.
19?
19 unfortunately does not hit it.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Web of fire.
Everyone dies. I don't care
Oops.
anymore. Wait, that was a cantrip. So
You can quicken a.
okay,
actual
yeah.
spell.
I will quicken a spell. I was trying to be nice and not like kill the guy if he was, under attack or something. Or
I mean, he is trying to actively stab you with his lightsaber arm.
I know.
We have to be
Can I
better
just quicken
people.
Can I just quicken another cantrip, or do I have to quicken an actual?
You can quicken a
spell?
cantrip. That's fine.
Okay, I can't. I don't know. I can't. I'm just gonna do firebolt again.
Okay.
Everything else is getting a little too murdery. Essentially.
That's fair.
We're not murdering
That's
today.
better. 25.
25
Yeah.
will hit.
13 points of damage.
Okay. He is on his last legs. But he is still up. Now you said 13?
And I was specifically aiming for the slug thing.
Yes. You singe and burn the side of his head. It's still holding on, just barely.
Just die already.
All right. After Thurston, we got Pixies. Pixies are a touch confused at the moment. Here's what I'm gonna do. Pixie near Arthea. It's a natural 20 on its insight. So it is going to.
Thought it hit her with a natural.
Yeah, I was about to have a
Like, oh damn.
Like, what? The greatest moment of that pixie's life.
It would have to roll again because I'm still invisible.
Yeah. That was an insight to try to figure out what the fuck's going on. Recognizing that there's more shit going on than it has the intelligence or patience to deal with. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Oh, I love
35.
them.
It's just gonna fucking fly away. This one tits up.
Oh my god. It's like above my pay grade. Fuck this.
Running. This one, I'm gonna do the same.
I don't get paid enough for this shit.
That was a 5 on the insight, so it's still like I'm doing things, I'm accomplishing things. And because Thurston's there, an 11's not gonna hit you.
No.
But he just says "Farnovis" and then fires a little arrow, and it just goes into the ground.
Person looks around Landon. You're still here.
Yeah, I am a worthy servant of Lord Novus. Up next, we have the giant scorpion.
Yeah.
So Landon is holding on by a thread.
Yes.
Don't kill him.
Oh, I have plenty of room to get over there. So Alora is the only actual hag. Is that what I'm gathering from the situation over here?
You have gathered that all 3 of them are hags, but one of them has been cleared of whatever mind-affecting shit and is now essentially trying to help you guys.
Okay.
Elora and Isis are 2 that look like they are still meaning to harry you with more spells.
Okay. Then Sito is gonna... The Scorpion's gonna come over here.
All right.
Fuck with some hags.
Bless you.
Sneeze, though.
So... The Scorpion is flanking.
Yes.
Okay.
So, claw number 1 with advantage is 15.
15 will not hit, unfortunately.
Claw number 2 with advantage. 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Okay.
So I just gave him my sneak attack back.
That is 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And the stinger is a natural fucking 20.
There you fucking
Yes, it
go.
is.
This is definitely the time.
So Constitution saving throw, if you would be so kind.
That is an 11.
11 total.
Total.
You fail.
She is going to use her 1 legendary save to succeed instead.
Okay, I mean, you're still going to take half damage.
Justin, I actually feel bad
The
because
poison
you're like,
damage is 4d10.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's rough.
So
At full base, plus the roll. Shit.
Hey, Dustin?
11. Yeah.
don't have
I'm
it.
doing the math.
Don't have it.
Oh, I'm doing the math.
I decided on a high or low because I don't want to take that moment from you. So it's yours.
Technically,
Fuck
it's
her up.
Cedos. So, like,
It is
Yeah.
technically
you know.
Cedos. We'll definitely message Brian and be like, dude,
Dude,
what the
God,
fuck?
you were so
What were
awesome.
you
So
on
good.
tonight?
Dude,
Like,
seriously, your
Fucking on
dice were
fire.
rolling so good.
Not literal fire this time, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
At least not yet.
maybe he likes what he likes. I don't know.
There's no judgment here.
No judgment.
no judgment.
Furkerd, Furkirk.
Regard, it's Jernj.
Ginger Herb, plus Herp.
Oh, Jernj or Marge.
Oh.
All right, so the total damage is 66.
Shit.
That's the
Okay.
full damage. If you have the poison damage, it becomes 38.
I did retract her legendary save. That means that after Cedo clamps one pincer and lifts, the stinger impales her.
Oh.
And you watch as she initially reacts to that, and you watch as she has full body convulsions and her form drifts away, and you see the muddy brown skinned wart covered monstrosity that is the true form of this hag convulse until she stops moving.
Oh.
She dead.
She dead.
She's not
She
the top of
100% dead. And
it's not a new round, is it?
if it were
Damn,
like
Cedo, have you ever heard of fucking overkill?
if it were any other kind of attack, you could be like, "Oh, I'm gonna knock her out." This is
No.
a stinger with poison in it. There's no real way to change up how that effect lasts, especially with that amount of damage. So she dies.
Uh-oh.
This is not a new round, right?
It is not yet a new round. It does now. At the end of Cedo's turn, Arthea, we are back at the top of the initiative.
I have a reaction, but it would only be a reaction on top of the round since I used one.
You used a reaction?
I did.
Oh, use Uncanny Dodge. That's right.
Yeah.
Dodge.
Sorry, my love.
When this one hag goes down, do the other two that are currently engaged with one another react at all?
You see that their combat with each other is immediately replaced by turning and letting out this wail
Okay.
as they see their sister and her dead ass caught in this giant scorpion's pincer.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, they definitely guess. That's fair. Wonderful. Okay then. I will centered somewhere up here. I am gonna just drop a fireball.
Okay.
4th level.
So both of them need to make dexterity saving throws.
Dex saves of
And
18.
I think Isis still has her legendary save.
Yes.
So
I know one of them does.
reminding myself of that. Well, Ginge did get a natural 20.
Okay.
Isis got a natural 1, and she's going to use her legendary save.
That's fair. Uh-oh. That's probably good because these are pretty high. 10, 14, 18, 21, 22, 25. So it's 39 points of fire damage halved.
All right. Sonnen is knocked totally unconscious, and you... Well, no, let me rephrase. It's an explosion behind her.
Yeah.
She is blown apart.
Yeah.
From
Use
the
my
impact.
reaction. Can I use a reaction now? Tokens of the Departed.
Oh.
All right, yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna steal a piece of her soul. I open my free hand and cause a tiny trinket to appear there. So you have to roll on the trinket table.
Oh, okay.
To determine what I what I created.
Oh, I love it.
All right.
I've had this ability for a while and I haven't been able to use it.
You get a pair. Fitting. You get a pair of knucklebone dice, each with a spell symbol on the side that would normally show 6 pips.
Nice.
I now have advantage on death saving throws, and when I deal sneak attack, I can destroy one of my soul trinkets and immediately use Wails from the Grave without expending a use. And as an action, I can destroy one of the soul trinkets no matter where it's located, and ask the spirit associated one question.
All right.
So I, in theory, could destroy it and we could ask her a question. But for now, I'm going to keep that.
All right. Yeah, Sonnen fully passes away. There's this collection of energy in Cadriel's hand afterwards. And Isis, being the only one left, is up, but she is overcome with rage and grief at what has just happened. As a reaction, she shouts, "Kill them all!" at Landon. Landon, as a bonus action for his last spell slot, is going to cast Banishing Smite.
Counter spell.
What level?
Fuck it, 5th level.
Uh-huh.
Let me double check. Let me see.
Yep.
As he focuses the energy on the blade, you see for a moment that it starts to course with the same green energy that you've seen many Feywild creatures exhibit, and you immediately, instinctually cancel it out. When I tell you that that would have been a game changer if it had hit, you can take that to the fucking bank.
Who are you gonna banish?
So if there was ever a counter spell that was vitally important for you to cast, it was just now.
Yeah.
Were we just talking before we started?
Yeah.
Like, we
We
haven't even used
I know.
counter spell.
I was thinking about that. I was like,
That's
that's
like
kind
what,
of
2 or 3 now?
yeah, kind of
Yeah.
ironic.
Will a 16 hit your armor class?
Yeah, because it's a tie and I can't shield because I just did counter spell. Yeah.
Okay. So then the dirty 20 is also going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That is a total of 22 points of force damage.
Oh.
As Landon, again, just robotically is continuing to hack into you with this strange blade. Isis, because both of her sisters are gone, does not have the spells that she previously did. So, the only thing she can do in this moment is lash out with rage. She is going to leap at Cad and try to claw her once again. No, that's a 9 to hit.
AC is 18.
All right. That is her turn. She does not have any good spells to cast, and she's completely overcome with grief in this moment. Dermot, it is your turn.
Ooh. At the end of Landon's turn, he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
It's a 17 on the die.
Okay.
So dirty 20.
Dermot. Oh. No, Dermot's not smart enough for that. Dermot is going to. Oh, do I have? Dermot is going to be paralyzed by indecision. Dermot is going to try and jump up onto the carriage.
Okay.
To be wherever he needs to be. Is Faraday still dancing?
No.
Dermot is going to he is going to come back down off the carriage. That's 25 feet. If that's too far of getting up onto the carriage and then back down, that's fine.
You're good. You're good.
And Dermot is going to cast Heroism on Faraday.
10 hit points.
4 temporary hit points. And you're immune to being frightened.
All right.
And then as my bonus action, the turret is going to fire on Isis.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
11 points of, I think it's bludgeoning damage. No, force damage. And you are pushed 5 feet back.
Okay. I'm gonna say. You know what? I'm gonna rule it. Cadriel, you get an attack of opportunity, or no? You used your reaction earlier to do the thing. So never mind. Okay.
She would not because it's forced movement.
Got it. Okay. Up next, we've got Faraday.
So I'm gonna step. Oh, wrong one. I'm gonna step here. Which side is the slug on?
Right side.
So this side. Okay. I'm gonna make an attack.
Whip it real good, Faraday.
Gonna miss. Make my second attack.
Oh my god. Wordlessly going
You
into
have
jail.
you have that amulet.
I use both my attacks.
Ooh.
Yeah. Never mind.
I love you, honey. I've been there though. Cad. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
you still
you're
have bonus
good.
action and movement.
Yeah, bonus action's not gonna do anything though, unless no, fuck it. I'll do two weapon fighting.
I was gonna say, yeah. You always have the option for an offhand attack. It's just not gonna factor in.
So I'm gonna do 2 weapon fighting. I'm not looking to do damage.
Okay.
2 weapon fighting, and I'm going while I'm doing. Can I do that? Can I do the clockwork amulet? Is that an action? When you make an attack roll while wearing the amulet, forgo the d20 and get a 10 on the die, so that's an 18.
Okay.
That's not his AC. That's lower than his AC, isn't it?
Because it's a called shot.
I'm not aiming for...
shot. You're not aiming to do damage.
No, I'm... Okay, so... It's mostly, I don't care about the additional bonus damage. I'm looking to trip him using a trip attack, which is part of my martial adept feat. Which is why I don't care about the additional bonus damage to the thing. Yeah. It's not that she doesn't care about causing damage. It's a matter of the offhand attack. I don't care about the additional bonus damage that comes with the dexterity bonus.
He's also in the grease if you're trying to trip him. Isn't he? Isn't that what that spell is?
He is, yeah.
But if you want to rule it that it misses, it's fine. She's looking to get him down, but I already burned all the rest of my stuff, so he's gonna get up anyway. So it really doesn't matter.
Here's the thing. So just to clarify, are you aiming for the slug?
No.
Or are you just trying to trip him?
I am aiming for his ankles to trip him.
If you are aiming to just trip him, 18 is his AC. So you do trip him and do the thing.
Okay.
If you want to elect to not do damage, that's perfectly fine. So he will be knocked prone.
He has to make a strength saving throw. If you want to make that at disadvantage with the grease, that's...
I'll say, yeah, that makes sense.
He'll probably make it, but
well, I got a 2 on the die.
Oh, okay, so he's prone.
Yes, he is prone.
But I burned all of my other bullshit, so I can't do the thing I was going to do anyway. But he's prone.
He is prone.
Can I use a free action and push my luck to yell at somebody to grab the fucking slug?
That's fine. Yeah, using a free action to shout something. That's fine.
Yell at Thurston, get the slug right here.
All right.
You want Thurston to touch a slug?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Listen.
Thurston.
Hey, I burned all of my shit.
With mage hand, yeah.
I don't have mage hand.
Oh, we're gonna fix that problem very quickly.
You cast Ascot and grab the slug.
Mage Ascot.
Thurston will.
Mage Hanky.
Mage Hanky. Fine. Thurston will, against all better judgment, get closer to the person attacking him and try to grab and pull off the slug. Do you need me to roll anything?
Make me an athletics or acrobatics check. This is essentially
Cool,
going to
you're
be
great at both
considered
of
a
those.
grapple check.
Let's go, Thurston.
That could be worse. That's a 14.
Come on.
Thurston, you reach down and you kind of have to stifle a gag as you know you're about to touch something gross. But
Embrace.
you essentially dive onto Landon with the intent of ripping the thing out of his head. And for a moment, he does resist until finally you pin his arm down, grab, and just rip before you have a chance to think about how gross it feels in your hand. And sure enough, the moment you rip, the sword and the arm slowly start to fade from view as you hear, "What the fuck? Ow." That is your action. You still have your bonus action and movement if you choose to use them.
I'd like to get up instead of like half straddling this complete stranger. And so, as a free action, he's saying, "I'm sorry, I swear, I was just trying to help." And he's like,
Shaking off
Doing
the
this.
nasty.
I'm sorry. Well, like one hand is closed because he's holding the sling thing and
Yeah.
he doesn't really know what to do with it.
Oh.
What you can do is make a wisdom saving throw.
Because you
Uh-oh.
touched it.
That's fine. I should be okay. 18.
18 is the DC, so you do make it. For a moment, after you grab it and you're like, I'm sorry, you feel the little teeny little arms and the fangs of this thing sink. And as you do,
Bill.
you hear, "Bring her to me." And just as that is echoing in your mind, you regain your faculties and rip it and throw. And you look and see teeny little imprints where it had been gripping onto you.
Ooh.
Ew.
Get a rabies shot.
Yeah.
Tetanus.
And tetanus. Just the whole battery of all the things.
Oh.
We're just gonna do all of that.
Make sure you don't get MRSA from it. Like,
Oh,
Mercy.
yeah.
Guess I'm gonna have to get my COVID booster. Yeah.
just,
Because as we all know, you do get COVID from bug bites.
I mean,
obviously.
Ones, I don't know.
yeah, really.
It's fine. Just get your booster. Your 5G will recharge.
Yeah. Is that where I get another fifth spell slot?
Yeah.
COVID booster?
Yeah.
That's what it is, yeah.
And the other hag is still very much hostile.
Oh,
She
yeah.
wants to murder us. This isn't
Yeah.
good stuff. Cool. Okay, I've used probably. I mean, if I essentially fell prone, I used half my movement to get up. I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay, then I'm not gonna be able to get within range of the spell that I want to do. Actually. Okay. Consider what we just did. Yeah. I'm actually going to cast Hold Person on her.
Okay.
I do
What,
have to quicken spell, since I assume it was my action to pull the thing.
Yes.
And so that's a Wisdom saving throw.
That's another fucking natural 20.
What
Help
the
these people!
fuck?
I'm not kidding. I'm sorry.
Are you using a dice that's only 20s? Tell the truth.
Actually, no, come on. No,
I
actually,
hate-
if you want to talk about what dice I'm using, you can blame Sam and Dustin for getting me the
Those little
resin
skull
dice with the
dice?
skulls in it.
Mhm.
I hate that your
Just-
dice are like, they're trying to do something good and not just murder hobo. Fuck them!
Alright, well.
Damn
Um,
it!
Okay, you know what? Hold on.
Don't.
She is currently enraged. Just thinking about it, this isn't me being like, "Oh, let me give him." thinking about it, she is enraged and literally trying to claw the fuck out of Cadriel. She is not thinking anything close to clearly. I'm going to say she has disadvantage.
You roll another natural 20, I'm coming over to your apartment. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Oh.
Let me buy a plane ticket, Sam.
It was a 19 this time.
Shut up! Shut
Oh, fucking God, I'm not
up!
fucking kidding. I'm looking at it.
Are
I'm
you
not kidding.
fucking
I'm not
kidding me?
Let's go, Sam. Go.
Get your keys,
That's
Sam.
it! I'm out of here! Where are my keys?
Hold on.
She's so pissed off. The spell doesn't even like dawn on her that it's occurring.
Give me a
It's like
AmericanAirlines.com.
I'm not kidding. I'm not fucking kidding. I just sent it to the Facebook group.
My God.
Look, if she wants to die, she wants to die. That's fine. You know,
yeah.
Renza will kill her. I tried to be nice. My conscience is clear.
Yeah, she made a pact with her sisters.
Please don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. I'm
you?
astounded.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I am astounded.
It's 2 natural 20s in a row on a wisdom save. We come to the giant scorpion.
Get my sneak attack back, Cito.
Now, keep in mind you are playing Cito. And I know Brian is not here. He can't really make the RP decisions here. But
Yeah.
you know his disposition. You know kind of how he typically portrays himself.
Yeah, I am going to... I'm going to scuttle my way over to Isis. And I am going to... How bad did she look?
She looks pretty rough. I mean, she looks like she could take a little bit more damage, but not that much.
Okay. I'm gonna make 2 claw attacks. I'm not gonna make the stinger attack.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be trying primarily to subdue.
Okay. Sounds good. I looked at chat again.
21 and 22 to hit.
Both will hit.
That is a total of 15 points of damage, and you are grappled.
Okay. She's still up, but just barely. All right. We come back around to Arthea.
I don't have the things. You cannot knock people unconscious with spells or anything, right?
I would argue it depends on the damage type.
I would say it depends on the damage type and the spell itself. If it was like a mind whip or something like that, I'd say you given that you're sending psychic energy at somebody to mess with them, I'll say you understand the spell enough to like just do it to the point of knocking them out. But if it's like fireball, you can't quite you can't you can't make that non-lethal. It is literally a fireball.
You know what? I don't think, I don't know if she would actually care all that much. Especially since it's Scorpion. I don't think Arthea can tell the difference between Scorpion Cito trying not to actually kill something and Scorpion Cito just doing its thing.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, she sees pincers. She doesn't see a stinger, but like I don't know if those things sting every time. Like who knows what they do with those tails. So seeing that the hag looks not great on her feet, I am going to I have it. I do have it. Okay. I am going to magic missile
Okay.
at 2nd level.
All right. Let me know what damage you get.
I haven't cast this in a while. It's 1, 3, 5. 11 force.
With it being magic missile,
Mhm.
I will go ahead and ask. Do you want to kill her?
Yeah.
Okay. The darts sail through the air, and Cedo, holding this hag, who's like a wild animal, watches as the darts pepper her in the side of the head, and she goes limp. And that is the
I'm
end of the
going
combat.
to make another soul trinket.
Okay. I need to roll on that table.
You should just save that table
I
somewhere,
really
like
should
a
at this point.
bookmark.
Love it. I love it.
70.
Fingers.
We're going to have to keep this stuff out of the bag of holding.
Manifest a small packet Jesus Christ. A small packet filled with pink dust.
Ooh, pretty.
The pixies continue to run away. The hags lay dead at your feet. And Landon slowly pushes himself up and then just lays back down. I don't want to get up. That I'm in so much pain.
Sorry about that.
I don't want to. Where am I? And that's where we'll end tonight's session. To everybody, to everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. We love you. You're loved. You're appreciated. Tonight was a bit of a longer one, but I feel it was definitely a well-earned victory. But thank you so much for tuning in. Keep an eye on socials, because in the next week or so we are going to start announcing all the games.
Yeah.
And it's going to
Yeah,
be super
we
fun for the
are-
Extra Life.
What are we, 3 weeks away?
3
2
weeks
weeks
away.
Shut
away?
up. Shut the fuck up.
2 weeks away.
3
So,
weeks away.
just
We
as
are
additional-
less than 3 weeks away, babe.
Just as an additional note, the Extra Life charity 25-hour long game day event starts November 5th at 8 a.m. and it runs until November 6th at 8 a.m. So
That's Central Time.
Central Time.
U.S.
So-
Central.
Yes. So anybody who feels like tuning in, there's going to be 5 different games, 5 different themes, but all one kind of hilarity that only happens on this channel, really.
Yes.
So feel free to tune in. Any support would be wonderful, as we are trying to raise money for Extra Life to help kids. So we love you all.
Trying
Feel
to
free.
help kids and get my beard shaved.
Yes.
Yes. And I will address the raw potato issue, as I've been told that it is quite toxic to eat a raw potato. And considering that I've spent the last month in and out of sickness, I am actively considering another means of I see you. No, it's fine. We will figure something out. Because I want to make sure that you guys have a wonderful thing you can record and clip of me doing
Just
something stupid.
Eat a lemon.
Oh, why
good
you
one.
put that out there?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Just eat a whole lemon.
Peel
An
too.
entire
Chomp, chomp,
lemon?
chomp. Yeah.
Not like a
Yeah.
whole lemon, but like
Yeah,
maybe like
eat a
cut it
whole
in half
lemon.
and just
Bite out
like
of it.
yeah.
I say half a lemon. But, like-
Oh.
Like steal the peel. I want you
Yeah.
to eat the peel.
The
Yeah, you have to,
entire-
like-
just eat it
I
like
want you
this.
to eat the
You
peel.
have to like
Just
cut
eat
it in
it,
half
yeah.
and take a bite of it, like peel included.
Yeah, I have seen Ryan and Shane do it from Ghost Files, and
I'm
they
with
they were
Steve. Eat a whole lemon like an apple.
an important note
Chomp,
is
chomp,
that they
chomp.
were beyond plastered when they did it, so like their taste buds weren't really working with them in the moment.
I mean, there's no
Rearranged.
rule against you not being plastered while you do it.
I'm just saying,
That's
like have
true.
some Tums handy because it might give you a stomach ache, but like
Might.
it's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, it's just a lemon. How bad could it be?
I mean, there's going to
It's
be
better than a
psychic damage.
potato. At least it won't give you the Rhea for like days.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to tonight's episode of Decision
On that
Trains.
note.
We love
Bye,
you. We'll see you next
friends.
week. Bye, everybody.
Okay, bye.
Bye.